This is Kyle and Brust.
Did you call us idiots?
Yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is a great day to be alive on this, what is it? Wednesday. Kyle and Brust live from the amazing, the wonderful, the beautiful Potawatomi Casino Sportsbook. And day baseball, World Cup games, Wimbledon, you name it. It's going to be on the 2,000 square foot video wall, and it is electric. You can already hear the environment of people with what they have going on, such as our very own Josh DiMaggio.
It's mostly just Josh yelling when the guys he's made bets on are at the dish.
It's very entertaining.
Oh, wildly. Riley Green almost had one of those home runs that have been home runs against the Brewers.
Like a
just
Jeff
a little
Levering pop-up in
yeah.
Las Vegas Stadium.
Yeah, or Ozzie Albies down in Atlanta where it just – wait, how did that get out? They almost had one at Yankee Stadium, and Josh, I think, had
a home run prop.
Not to put his business on the streets.
I'll put it out there.
But I'm going to tell you this, Ben. Mistakes were made by you. Mistakes were made. Because so anytime I have done a show here from Potawatomi, we have been upstairs, and we've been in the broadcast booth that they have. Now, it's also
I didn't even get a chance to introduce you. No Kyle Wallace. This is Gabe Neitzel, host of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
So usually when we are here for Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, we've been here a couple of times, I think around like March Madness time, stuff like that, and they'll put us upstairs. But at that point in the day, there's nothing really going on. They got Sports Center, maybe, all the sports channels are on, but just highlights, right? Just highlight shows. So you're not really missing anything. Plus, when we're up in the booth, our backs
are to the 2,000 square foot video wall.
Yeah. So you invited me here to do a show with you in a booth in the sports book looking at all these baseball games plus a little bit of Wimbledon going on. I think you made a mistake.
When's the next World Cup game?
Yeah, it's got to be starting soon. It's on that TV right over there. I see the world, whenever it starts, it's going to be ready over there.
So I feel like you've already memorized what TV has what. So if I could be completely honest.
Yep.
I didn't know we were in the booth.
Okay.
Number two, I thought that even if we were in a booth, if there was anybody at ESPN Wisconsin that I trust to host at Potawatomi Casino Hotel with me, to focus, to be a professional, because I look at you as that professional, right? Hosting ESPN Radio, hosting this, that.
Yeah, but when I'm doing ESPN, I'm in a little booth. They don't let me out of the studio all that often anymore, Ben.
I know this feels like a field trip and or a look into Gabe Neitzel at home at 2:00 if he's not doing a radio show on your couch. I feel like I'm next to you on your couch, except we're at a place that I don't know how many TVs you and I have. We can combine a whole neighborhood's TV and not reach the size of the 2,000 square foot video wall.
No, there's no way we can. So this is a test of that professionalism that you believe that I have. Because again, usually this is not the case.
Well, you already failed just by you told me before. Man, I'm in heaven. I don't know how I'm going to do the show.
This is a lot of games going on. I mean, the Red Sox-Nats game, that one's kind of over, so don't really have to pay attention. Detroit, New York, that's a pretty good game. The Cubs just got out of a jam. A lot of things going on.
A lot of moving pieces. But what I do know is we are here because you need to know that USA Soccer, I see the American flags hanging up above in the VIP area. It's going to be electric here for the game. So if you're looking for a place to enjoy USA Soccer in the elimination knockout round of 32 against Bosnia, the place to be is Potawatomi Casino Hotel. You look like you have something to say.
Well, how early do you think you have to get here? Because this is the type of environment I would want to be in if I were going out for the game tonight.
Yeah, I'd imagine if there's goals, like USA chants break out, like that's all you can ask for from an environment. Now, my wife has plans, so I have to strategically calm my daughter down 30 minutes earlier than I normally would because she's been going to bed, 7:30, anywhere from 7:15 to 8 o'clock. the game starts at 7. Like, sorry, you're not staying up.
No.
You're staying on your routine, and Dad's watching USA Soccer. So I think my plan is to, even if she gets down 20 minutes past where I want at 7 o'clock, even at 7:30, I think I have to go do not disturb on the phone, don't touch the phone, and get caught up. Like, watch it, fast forward the hydration break, fast forward through halftime, and at least enjoy the second half. Like, because there's something of FOMO of an event like this watching from behind. You can't do it.
No, you can't. Because even if you try to stay off social media and avoid that, you're going to have friends texting you about the game and things going on. Now, it's going to
That's the do not disturb portion.
It's not going to make any sense to you if you happen to see any of them, because it's just going to be like either random noises or somebody like celebrating with a bunch of yas with a bunch of H's on the end, or somebody's name, right? Like you just,
I don't know all the names, so.
Yeah. Somebody just yells, "Freeze kid," right? And that's what you're going to be getting in your group texts. But so let me ask you this, because I'm not a huge soccer guy.
Okay.
I'll get swept up in it from time to time with USA Soccer. But it feels like, and I know they made the round of 16 in 2022.
Yep.
But I don't know if there's been an excitement about a team since 2014, because they missed in 18. 2022, they made the round of 16. But in 2014, I don't know if it was just because it was kind of unexpected and they did really well in group stage, because I remember, and oddly enough, I'm now back living in the same neighborhood. That's where we bought our house. But when I first moved to Milwaukee, I was just off Brady Street.
Okay.
And there were bars that, like, they literally shut down Brady Street because so many people were coming there having outdoor watch parties, when the games were in Brazil and all those sorts of things.
I wonder if the Deer District gets going soon for some of these. Little throwback to, we're in July.
Yeah.
This is kind of what it felt like for the championship run 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Putting it on the big screens out there, filling it up. So there's lots of options to enjoy this. But as you were saying.
But I feel like because of that excitement, you want to get here to Potawatomi early.
Yes. And not to mention, as I'm looking at the screen right there, at 7:10 Central, the Brewers play tonight as well.
Yeah.
In their third game of 4 against the Reds, in which they are absolutely throttling the Reds over the last 69 games they played against each other.
First of all, nice. Second of all, it's 19. The Brewers are 50-19 against the Reds in those 69 games. So it was on
69.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I had 50-19. I didn't get there yet. I wanted to start with 69 just to get you excited. But here's what I want to know, because I don't know your answer to this truthfully. We did a hypothetical in which I was curious where everyone was at on this World Cup and the Brewers. Now, Miz is a different animal, but I know there's people that just don't like soccer.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what people will be prioritizing watching. If you, again, this is the scenario. You are locked in a room, you have no radio, you have no computer, you have no phone. You just have to let somebody know before you go into that room what you are watching. Is it USA Soccer or is it the Milwaukee Brewers? You can only choose one. You are locked in a room. You can't change the channel. You get USA Soccer in the round of 32.
Yep.
And now I understand this is just past the halfway point of the Brewers season, but they're pretty damn good and fun. And they do something fun and special. Again, I know there was a week and a half of bad RSIP, runners in scoring position.
But they still won. The crazy thing is, they were still winning games.
I know. And obviously, yesterday was a lot more enjoyable for those who like to watch.
The ultimate Brewers inning.
The ultimate single sack bunt, single. Probably felt like
4 runs, no extra base hits.
It was
Brewers
perfect.
baseball at its finest, baby.
And I'm pretty sure Kirk Herbstreit had crapped on baseball and it not being like the way it was, and the Brewers threw it in their face. I think he's a Reds fan.
Well, he is a Reds fan, and that's been I think the issue. He has been crashing out on Twitter to the point where I almost asked Jen, "Can you text your boy, Herbie, make sure he's okay?
Little welfare check?
Can we get just a little welfare check, make sure he's doing okay, because football season's coming up soon, and we got to make sure he's able to get to his Thursday night football games and get to wherever they're going to be for game day, and then wherever he's got to be for the game
right
of the week.
mindset.
Yeah, so we got to. I just want to make sure he's okay.
So pull that on YouTube, C-Katt. You can only watch one What are you watching, the Brewers or USA Soccer tonight? 800-990-3776. You're locked in a room, can only watch one. Are you watching the Brewers take on the Reds, or are you watching USA Soccer in the round of 32? Gabe, I actually don't know what your answer is.
Oh, the answer's easy. It's Brewers.
Easy? It's easy?
It's not even a hesitation. I am having so much fun watching this Brewers team play night in and night out.
I'm with you, but this is one in every 4 years. My answer is USA Soccer.
Yeah.
And it would change if it was the Miz, but that's not the case. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Oh no, it would be the Miz. The Miz would trump the game tonight. But because it's Drohan and because it's the Reds and because there's, as Matt chimes in right away on the 920, if the Brewers lose tonight, when do they play again? Team USA 100%. So want to hear what you would choose if you could only watch one. 800-990-3776.
For me, and you had mentioned that you don't really know a lot of the team on Team USA. I don't. I'm just not a soccer guy. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to say I'm right and you're wrong. I'm just saying my personal preference is watching the Brewer game tonight. That's I want to sit at home, have, maybe crack open a Yingling and have, just sit back and watch some baseball. Because this team has just been so much fun to watch. Yeah. If Team USA loses, yeah, that's it. But at the same time.
And if the Brewers lose, what?
I mean.
On to tomorrow.
I'm watching the Miz tomorrow.
The Miz.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's going to be even better tomorrow for you. James the Postman chimes in right away. I'm sorry, but it's Brewers all the way. I will watch USA Soccer over the Brewers if it is the championship game, and that's it. Are you of that camp?
Okay, so what was the last qualifier at the end?
Only if they make it to the championship.
You know what? I mean, as every round goes, it becomes more intriguing. And I know Homer's been driving this train, and I'm sure we'll talk to him about it later in the show when he joins before the Homer Hour, where this is not a round that's typically existed. It's never existed. It hasn't typically existed because it hasn't existed in the World Cup.
But it does exist.
But it does exist now.
I watched the first four, even though they don't really matter, and they expanded the NCAA field from 64 to 68.
Yeah.
And as they expand, I'm going to watch those games too.
Yeah, but I'm also more of a basketball guy.
Fair. No, I get it.
And you want to talk about, favorites. I mean, what are the Brewers' favorite tonight?
Like minus 150-ish.
You know what Team USA is?
Minus 250-ish.
Yeah, minus 270.
Yeah. I said ish.
Yeah, no.
I don't have them in front
Yeah,
of me.
no, yeah, exactly. You were in the ballpark, and they're supposed to win the game tonight, and I guess I'll probably have more interest once you get to a game that, not that today doesn't mean anything, because if they lose, there's a lot on the line, but it just doesn't, the way everybody's talking, it just doesn't seem like they should lose this game today.
Let's go to Iris from Muskego on the Carbless Talk and text line. If you could only watch one, you're locked in a room, what are you choosing, Brewers or USA Soccer?
Super easy. USA Soccer. Come on. Even though I have watched so many Brewers games this year, and I love it, got to be USA Soccer. No-brainer.
Why?
Because,
they
lose, they're done.
Yeah, but is it because you love soccer or because there's a little bit of FOMO because so many other people are watching it and you want to feel a part of that
It
group?
could also be neither of those, but I'll let him answer.
No, honestly, I mean, I don't hate soccer. I don't love soccer. I love the World Cup. It's just so much fun to watch. And USA, they're probably not going to win the World Cup, but there's always hope. And this is the furthest they've come in a long time, so you have to watch it. Got to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm with you. It is, as much as the Brewers are fun to watch, it is split 50-50. I haven't looked at the poll, but on the Carbless Talk and text line, it is completely 50-50. It's USA Soccer, no question. Then it's Brewers from Rob.
No doubt.
Then it's Brewers 100%. Then it's another welfare check that somebody's asking for somebody else. I'm getting my Seamhead card taken away by James the Postman now because I said I would choose watching USA Soccer over the Brewers game tonight against the Reds.
I'll stand up for your Seamhead bona fides.
Yeah, I get it.
Part of the beauty of baseball is,
and here's
part
the
of the beauty of baseball, it's every day, and you don't have to watch it. Yeah.
Like, I'm wearing USA gear because, and I'll claim this. When it comes to USA Sports, if there is an event, I want to watch it if I have interest in it. And even if I don't know anyone, I'm not going to claim to be the guy that knows more than anyone. It's just something I enjoy. I enjoy the international competition. I enjoy watching USA Sports, whether it would be setting the alarm for that was the gold medal game, but I also was setting the alarm for all the USA hockey games in the Olympics. USA basketball. Obviously, these are bigger sports that we follow, but when USA plays in international competition, I lock in.
But what's unique about, to me, the World Cup, and you had just mentioned the hockey, and it happens every once in a while with those two teams, and those two sports specifically, I believe, have a even more unifying factor because let's say I come to the Potawatomi Sportsbook on a Sunday, an NFL Sunday. I'm a huge Packers fan. Chances are there's going to be another type of fan here.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there could be a Bears fan or a Vikings fan, whatever. And, 80% of the people probably going to be cheering when the Packers score a touchdown if this is where you're watching the game or wherever you go. And Team USA this past year in hockey, and I think this was true as well when they went on the run, lost the gold medal game back in 2012, kind of what I was talking about before, getting here early. It has a unifying factor. Nobody's going out for Team USA basketball when they're playing in the Summer Olympics. Maybe you have a couple people over because we are so dominant in that sport, Ben.
Yeah.
We're expected to win, and it's a big deal for some people, but a lot of people just kind of ignore it. That's what we're supposed to do.
It's getting tighter, but the message is in your brain. It is what we're supposed to do.
So, you're not going to I doubt you've gone to a watch party for a gold medal game for Team USA basketball.
No.
But for hockey, a lot of people got together. Bars all across Milwaukee here. We're advertising,
early,
come here for this. And that's the same thing for the World Cup because we weren't expected to win the gold medal in hockey. Team USA is not expected to go deep into this tournament. But there's a lot of excitement around it because this team
the best chance that
might
it
have an
seemingly
opportunity.
has.
Yes, because they have been a really good team. And to me, that's the exciting part about it. And that's if I had a group of people who were like, hey, let's go out for the game, I would probably skip the Brewers game tonight and go out with them just for the sheer experience of watching that game with so many people who are riding on the, just riding the wave of emotion of that game.
69% of the people
Nice.
on the poll right now, and I'm not planning this, I promise, are saying they would watch Team USA over the Brewers. Now, the voting is on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You can vote there. You can get us on Twitter at Kyle and Brust. It's Ben Brust and Gabe Neitzel live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel in the Sportsbook. It is amazing in here, and we will continue on with you, getting your responses, and a whole lot more to get to with Ben Brust and Gabe Neitzel. God, I love this place.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
I mean, I love you both, but I find Kyle a little more spot on.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. Baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. I want to speak to you small business owners and make a bold statement. I will bet you our team can put at least $25,000 in your pocket. Yes, you heard right, $25,000. We work closely with small businesses to help them use tax strategies and develop processes and procedures to make their business generate cash to keep in their pocket. My team and I have saved clients thousands of dollars by using our knowledge and experience to develop strategies tailored to your business. Would you like to see if you can do it? Your only cost is 33 minutes of your time. That's right, just 33 minutes, and who knows how much you can pocket. Remember, you earned it, we help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 and ask the $25,000 question. That's 414-325-2040, or visit us at neilgroup.net. That's Neal group.net.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from the amazing Potawatomi Casino Hotel and the sports book with the 2,000 square foot video wall. This is Kyle and Brust with no Kyle, Gabe Neitzel in for Kyle Wallace. Our discussion is this: if you're locked in a room and you can only choose one to watch, can't change the channel, you don't have anything to listen to the Brewers game with, you could only choose watching the Milwaukee Brewers play the Reds or USA Soccer in the round of 32, which are you watching? Colin, USA. Chef Ed, no brainer. The Brewers hate soccer. I have another one here that says, I'm just going to watch the best U.S. soccer team in my life. The Brewers are yes, because it's the best in life. Not the Brewers are not the best in his life, which is a pretty good point.
But this could be the best Brewers team. If you're,
Could be.
We don't know that.
Could be.
But
this could be the best USA soccer team
we
in
don't
our
know
lives
that
too.
We don't know that either. So I think that's why it's an interesting conversation, because the Brewers, it's the fastest they've ever gotten to this win total, and I'm somebody who wasn't alive in '82. So the best team in my life, I guess, was the 18 team, because they're the ones who got closest. Game 7 of the NLCS, 11 they got to Game 6. Obviously swept last year.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Let's go to the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. You can only watch one, USA Soccer or the Brewers. What are you choosing? Cam the man in East Troy.
How's it going, gentlemen? I would choose USA Soccer. And reason being was back, like, my reasoning is back during, like, the Winter Olympics when all the hockey stuff was going on and everything, I didn't, like, watch. I still don't. I don't watch much, like, women's sports, but the women's hockey team was playing. And I saw that they had a lot of Wisconsinites on the team. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to watch them just to see who they are, you know, learn their background a little bit, and, you know, figure out who they are. I had so much fun watching that girls' hockey team and win and what they achieved. Me and my wife, we don't watch hockey at all, period. But we were just watching them just to enjoy the camaraderie and, you know, enjoy the moment with them. Sure, we might be, you know, let's say a bandwagoner, but I genuinely enjoyed the fact that watching somebody else's success, you know, within our same, you know, region or area was really special. And, you know, that kind of relates to the soccer thing.
For
I don't
USA
watch
Soccer, did this open up your eyes to, even if you don't have the connection, you just enjoyed watching more than the women's hockey team Wisconsin players? You liked watching them as a whole unit, and you're carrying that into USA Soccer?
Right. I'm saying, like, soccer-wise, I have maybe watched 4 games in my lifetime of soccer games. Just because I just don't follow soccer. Like, it's such a big thing. I don't follow it, and, like, it's hard for me to, like, learn the rules and things. Me and my wife went up this last weekend for our 1-year anniversary to the UP, and that's what we did the whole weekend was we went to different bars. We bar hopped from different breweries, and we were watching different soccer games, and we learned how to watch soccer. It wasn't just
You
even
need to
like
be more like
UFC,
Cam the Man, Gabe. That's what I'm learning. Gabe needs to be more like Cam the Man.
I need to go bar hopping and
bar
learn how to watch soccer.
Learn how to embrace
I mean,
soccer.
if we're being honest, seems like the best way to learn how to watch soccer. That's a great idea.
It's a really good idea, especially if got a good one in terms of a wife who's open to going and watching soccer. Yeah. I guess if the Brewery's involved, maybe she was feeling good and was like, yeah, let's just do whatever. I don't want to speak for your wife, Cam the Man. But I will go to Kelly in a car. Kelly, you're on the Carbless Talking text line. Are you Brewers or USA Soccer? Because it feels like it is 50-50.
Yeah. Well, first off, to Cam, hey, congratulations on 1 year. Okay. And the best way to watch soccer, any soccer, I don't care what soccer is, taking a frickin' nap. Okay. That's the best way to watch soccer. That's how I would learn how to watch soccer, is taking a nap. So I would rather sit in a room and watch paint dry for 3 hours instead of watching 1 second of soccer. I was flipping through the channels the other day, and there's a soccer, whatever you call it, match on, and that was too long, okay? It was literally like 1 second. I can't stand soccer. You run up and down the field, you might get a goal, you might have to do penalty kicks. They're flopping around like fish out of water because they got spiked in the shin, which they have shin guards. It is an absolute joke, okay? Give me the Brewers 24/7, 365. What are they playing for? What is it, the FIFA Cup, the Jockstring Cup? I don't know what cup they're playing for. If they lose tonight, are they done?
Yes.
Are they done if they lose? Thank God. I hope they lose 9-0.
Hey,
Good.
Kelly, I got to leave you with this. And by the way, I appreciate the way that you're looking at it. Like, it's not even, like, to him, it wasn't even like a USA thing. It wasn't like anything other than he just hates soccer. Yep. And I can't knock that. But what I can say is, if you're going to root against USA, I'm going to USA, all up in your face.
Yeah, you can.
You can't wish that. No. Like, you can hate soccer, but you can't wish that on.
No, I don't think you want to wish for national pride reasons.
Yes,
that somebody loses.
Yeah, you had me at the I hate soccer thing, the flopping like fish. Like,
sure.
I can take all of that. The stepping on the foot and acting like you died, then also getting up and running into the play after you realize you need to get back into play because you might hurt your team.
The magic spray they have in soccer when the guy's injured and then they come out with the little aerosol can sprayed on them, and the miracle spray. It hasn't caught on in other sports yet. I'm not quite sure why. Haven't quite figured that one out.
Question for Gabe and Ben. We heard from Cam the Man say he's one of those bandwagoner USA Soccer fans now. I don't think there's such thing as being a bandwagon fan of your country. Am I wrong here? I feel like the more the merrier. Whenever
you don't have to feel any sort of like, what's the right word here?
Fraudulent. Like Johnny come
you're
lately.
Not fraudulent.
But I guess so here's the thing about soccer.
Uh-oh, here comes USA hating Gabe after that call from Kelly.
Well, the thing about typical soccer fans They're the ones who are always hating on bandwagon fans. I guess I just don't care if you're a bandwagon fan.
In general?
In general. More people are going to pay attention and
choose
jump
who you want
on.
to root for.
Yeah, more people are going to jump on the Brewers bandwagon as they continue to get good. Last year, a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. Haven't been on it as long as a bunch of other people. Who cares? They're rooting for it now. And if you're somebody that wants to watch soccer now, even though you haven't watched Team USA and you can't name all 10 guys they're going to throw out on the pitch plus the goalkeeper, who cares? You're rooting for Team USA. But soccer fans, the ones that are getting up on Saturday mornings and watching the Premier League, are literally the snootiest fans
They are
in
not
existence.
inclusive.
They are not inclusive. Oh, you like this team now? Oh, what about this? No, that soccer is not inclusive. And that's what also drives me crazy about soccer is for if somebody wanted to get into it and they wanted to go to a local bar that shows the Premier League games on a Saturday morning, it's a tough – typically soccer fans make that a tough barrier of entry because they get so snooty about it. So, yes, if you are a bandwagon fan, have zero shame about it. Who cares?
I'm with you.
Who cares? If you're sitting there and watching the game, enjoying a beverage – that's all that matters to me. You're cheering when the ball goes in the back of the net. That's all that matters.
Gabe, no one knows bandwagon more than me because, as I say, my favorite team is who I bet on. So I can become a bandwagon of any team I got some juice on as we are here at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. But we also got to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I say we because I know Gabe knows about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Especially the doors.
No haggling, especially the doors. The windows, I can tell you, in my home were from 1950. And I'm not joking when I say that. I had to lift something that would go just to get to the press in the knobs to lift up to get to the screen. That was just to get the windows open. That's how long they were in my house. And I was like, all right, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, what do we do here? And it was an honest conversation. They were straightforward. We worked together to figure out how it was going to work for our first floor. And then I got really excited about what they were doing with the front door.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it right now. With as warm as it is, keeping that cool air in, A, from the cost-saving standpoint, B, just having that comfortability in your house and not having that cold air leak out through some bad windows or doors.
Dude, the heat index, the second floor, because it's, again, they can go at your pace. I'm not at the pace of hey, let's just do everything. I wish I could do everything I wanted with Pella Windows and Doors because I would have done the second floor because it's a hot box up there compared to, I'm basically staying in my first floor where the Pella Windows and Doors are because it is night and day from upstairs to downstairs because of their work that they've done. Premium quality, no games. And when you buy from Pella, you get the same team that installs them, sells them, and services them. So Pella Windows and Doors, check them out. Check them out at PellaWI.com. Okay, well, Kelly lit a fire under up the Carbless Talking text line after he just hated on soccer, which, again, I'm pro him standing on business.
Sure.
Anti-wishing for him to root against the United States losing to end the happiness of others around the country.
Especially days away from America 250 to go anti-patriotic and say,
Tough.
I hope they lose 9-0.
I think that's why he went Kelly with the car and didn't give his location. More next from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Trust me.
What do you mean trust you?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Life's better with Grimal & Associates Agency with American Family Insurance. When you own a business, you're not just opening the doors, you're building something that matters. From your equipment and inventory to your customers and team, there's a lot to think about. And the right insurance can help you stay focused on what you do best. To find coverage that matches your business, risks, and goals, contact Grimal & Associates at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys. Enjoy live music with friends and family. It all starts at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at C-Katt, the Arts Hotel.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Time to stock up for your 4th of July picnics, parties, and celebrations. Do you need a cold half barrel? Maybe a great bottle of wine? Or hard to find liquor? We have everything you need at the lowest prices in town. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Buy any one 15-pack of 16-ounce aluminum bottles of Miller Lite, Coors Light, or Coors Banquet, or any one 12-pack of Happy Thursday Spiked Refresher, and receive one free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. And don't forget your free Summerfest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation, and it definitely shouldn't feel like a game. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believes in straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. Because a fair final price matters more than some flashy discount. Pella never inflates pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, one trusted team handles everything from start to finish. The same company that manufactures your windows and doors is also the one selling, installing, and servicing them with Pella certified installers every step of the way. That means confidence in the process, confidence in the product, and one team standing behind the work from beginning to end. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel at the Sportsbook, where at any TV, just about anything can happen. Seiya Suzuki against the Padres for the Cubs in right field took one from the ivy, bounced off the wall into his eye. Tough look. Now joining us on Kyle and Brust is Josh DiMaggio. I have the producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And would we say Gabe is probably the most consistent host because Jen has some responsibilities? Chewy is Chewy.
Yeah, sometimes Chewy just likes a Monday or a Tuesday or a Friday.
Fair enough.
off.
So I got the main core of
Yes.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy,
Yes.
mornings 94.5 ESPN. So I brought you on for a specific reason.
Yes.
I don't know how to set up whatever we're going to talk
Okay.
about, so I'm gonna toss it over to Gabe, who knows how to set things up.
So in downtown Milwaukee, we obviously have the Giannis mural. And that was a spot where a lot of people were putting – again, it was a little strange because, again, he's still alive, so putting, like, candles and different –
Giannis said as much. I'm not dead.
Yes, yeah. That was kind of strange, you know, and people were just trying to pay their respects, but I don't know if that was the way to do it. Anyway, somebody decided, and I'm honestly surprised it took this long because now that Giannis is gone, somebody with spray paint tagged it. They tagged their name on the mural, and
it's not a similar vandalism to Craig Council Park, if you remember that, where they put like something forget what they put.
They put a word. I believe maybe they
something?
might have been something like that. But
Okay.
they put a word that you probably don't want to teach your children.
Yes. So that was
it wasn't.
The
It
word
wasn't
I'm
like
most confused on right now, if I could jump in,
Yes.
is in elementary school at recess we played tag.
Yep.
What the hell does tagged mean?
It's a similar
Concept.
Yep, the concept is similar.
What do you mean it's similar?
Tagging is quickly putting up your name, your tag name, onto something to not necessarily claim territory, but to make your name known. So if you are somebody who is a graffiti artist or in that world, you will have a signature that you throw up and put on things. And that is, hey, so-and-so got here. So in that community, they're all aware of each other based on the names.
How many are in this community?
Thousands.
Thousands?
Yes.
So, first off, I can't even read a name on whatever was painted
Right,
on Giannis.
'cause
But you said it's similar to tag. Where's the tag? Who's going to tag this person?
Because
Do
you
they
run
also-
up, you slap on your name onto something, and then you own it now. You've tagged it.
But is it can you get unfrozen, like freeze tag? Like, can someone else spray paint and you?
That is typically uncouth. They don't want to do that. It's deemed as disrespectful often. I believe the artist, the same one who did the euchre one, is already there covering up the tag with the actual mural for Giannis that was there. But it's a very common game.
It's a game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Between taggers and people that
Do
exist
people
in that world.
know about this?
If you are in that world, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys have so much knowledge? You guys tagging stuff?
I've never tagged anything in my life. Maybe like in high school, I wrote on pen on a bathroom stall.
Is that tagging?
No, not to a similar degree.
No.
What's your best joke
but
on
they
the stall?
use like pen markers as well. You know when you walk by and you see like the drippy style pen marker?
It freaks me out.
That's
Should I be scared of taggers?
No.
They're harmless?
Should I be scared?
No.
I don't know. I've had some assumptions about like graffiti art where I'm like, why are they doing that to Giannis?
I think it's less to do. I think certainly the fact that he's here no longer, because I believe it also said "miss you" on it.
Yes.
But
there was a little after.
That does not excuse you doing that to Giannis.
Yes, but I think they found, the people or person who did this found an opportunity on something that was no longer maybe as meaningful to the community or what they thought to be. The interesting part was you were conflating the blurred out, because we saw the images and we could not see, like here on the stream, you saw that and you thought it said like something inappropriate.
Mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
But
akin
this
to
is-
what
but
happened
this is
at
still
Craig
mean.
Council Park after
This
Craig
is still
left.
mean. You don't do this. He brought you a championship for the first time in 50 years. You don't tag him. Trying to be a tag expert. guy.
I understand you're trying to be like forceful about it too. Which I can appreciate.
They didn't put like bunny ears on them or anything. They threw it at the bottom there. But
I don't care.
The reason it's blurred out is because you would effectively be doing advertising for
that
those
tagger.
people
Anti-tagging.
that did it.
Is there an anti-tagging community that I can join?
One of the things.
I mean, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what being anti-tag
You want to be a
means.
painter? You want
Yeah.
to?
No, I want them to not do
Pro
this.
Bob
This is-
Ross.
This is a lame thing to do. Sorry if you're a tagger out there in the K&B fan.
I don't think there's a whole lot in the audience, if I were to guess.
Have you ever tagged something? 800-990-3776.
I'm sure there's got to be someone out there who has some experience in it. The most amazing thing to me, and the reason why I was so fascinated, and then you started asking all the questions, was I recognized an old Ben Brust truism, which is something you're unaware of and unfamiliar with, you're immediately scared of.
Yes, absolutely.
You thought like, oh my God, is crime overriding the city? Do we have a bunch of vagrants running around? And it's likely like a 17, 18-year-old kid who ran up. I mean, those are called throw-ups because they're typically two colors. They're quick. They're bubble letters. You can get them
You're
done
in the
fast.
tagging community. You reek of tagging. You reek of this.
I just know.
So you're
people.
scared of him?
Well, if it's Josh, no. If it's Josh's community of friends, still no. But you know a little too much about this.
I do know people who have done it. They're past the age, but it's very there's places around the city that are viewed as like prime territory. This would be one of those because it's a place everybody's looking at, paying attention, visiting. It's now an advertisement. It's like a billboard. It operates. It's just Guerrilla billboard advertisement.
Anti-tagging.
I know you're scared of it.
I'm scared of it, and I don't like it.
Some of those places, like I like to take my dog along the river trail.
Yes,
by the river.
Under
There's
the
some
bridge.
walls. Yeah,
Yes.
there's under the bridges. There's
yeah.
some walls along that.
I've walked in
that'll
that
be,
very same area with my
Yeah.
dogs, and I hated that area.
You're scared.
I would run with my dog by the tagging.
You've probably walked past people tagging. You've had no idea.
No, baloney. I would have been like, hey, stop that.
No, I'm saying.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
They probably have a backpack on.
Well,
You know-
if it was Giannis.
You know what they also do? This will scare you. They put magnets to the bottom of their spray paint cans, so when they're running and moving, you can't hear the ball you know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put magnets to the bottom of it so you can't hear it, and they can be
Now you're
stealthy.
starting to do the thing where it's time for you to go because you're starting to talk down to me in a way that you're like, it was
They
fun, and now
oftentimes-
it's reached the part
they
of Joshy
oftentimes
being
wear-
really mean.
You're amazed though at how much he knows about the tagging.
Of course,
community.
he's definitely he has a second life. He's tagging you're prime suspect number one of tagging
in bed
Giannis's
by
mural.
7:38 p.m.
Yeah, Good. Yeah,
Great cover.
Are you?
No, yeah, I am.
Where's your proof? Exactly.
Mussolini?
I'm putting the MPD.
Ben, do you know what a
like, can you get arrested for this?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
well, absolutely.
Come on,
Because it's a level of vandalism, obviously.
Yeah, I figured, but you guys made it seem like it was like cool and like this. Like
I
mean, Josh's friends are doing it.
I
and
think
Josh is doing it.
I think, let's be clear here, I've never done it, never will. I don't view myself as a stealthy person. I don't want to be. I stick out, generally. But the thing is, do you know what a shiesty is, Ben?
Now, did you just make that up?
No, that's a face covering that, like kids wear, where you can't see their face. I
called a
imagine,
mask.
Yeah, it's largely a mask. You walking past somebody wearing one of those, and if they have a spray paint can,
I'm running the other way. Help! Help!
It's like a 5'8" kid.
Don't care. My little 2 20-pound dogs aren't going to do anything against a tagger. Anti-tagging Ben Brust, Gabe Neitzel, Josh DiMaggio. We appreciate your time. Thank you for being so demeaning as you do best.
You got it.
You think that's his best quality?
I mean, he's never demeaning to me.
No.
I'm not saying to you.
I certainly do it to Chewy.
Yeah,
There might be some similarities.
I think
there.
again, when we have, if we're doing a Venn diagram
Yeah.
and Chewy's one circle and Ben's the other, there's definitely some overlap.
Yeah,
How much is the question?
It's
What
mostly
percent overlap do we
It's
have?
mostly overlap on the outsides is played basketball, played football, and then everything else is largely the same.
It's almost one circle.
In money.
Yeah.
So it's a little further apart. Yeah.
60% coverage for both of us.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh. Going to go stop the taggers right now. I'm going to leave the show. Actually, you stay. I'm going to go on my anti-tagging community outrage. Turn into a Karen for these spray paint artists. Ben Brust and Gabe Neitzel. Bye-bye, Josh DiMaggio. Live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. The amazing sports book. The 2,000-square-foot video wall. Gabe, props to you. You've been amazing staying focused.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of had blowouts. I mean, Washington, Boston, 7-0. Cubs are beating up on the Padres.
Nothing
Tigers, Yankees is still pretty close.
Yeah,
Still pretty
Orioles
close.
and White Sox isn't close. So
No. Freddie is struggling in the first.
Djokovic is on track to win. And then you have some World Cup coming our way, I'm sure, soon here. And that's what you need to do because USA plays at 7 o'clock today. Come on down. Enjoy the amazing Potawatomi Casino Hotel because guess what? The fun doesn't just stop in this area. You can go play bingo, table games, slot machines. They have it all. Ben Brust, Gabe Neitzel will continue on next with you.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
If you suck, I'm going to say you suck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wildy and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here from MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is express entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-500-8585. That's 800-500-8585. 800-500-8585.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at AnnexWealth.com.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Gabe Neitzel live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. I'm in a panic right now. And then, I found it.
Okay, all right, we got it. We found it.
Whew.
It's all good.
And it's gonna, like, if you are gonna have to explain how frantic I am right now over this, and you'll have to let me know if this was worth the frantic nature.
Well, so I don't know what we're doing. I just know that you have a stat of the day or a concerning stat.
This also could be something that I read and you just go, yeah, I mean.
But you have, and this happens sometimes, taking a peek behind the curtain of how you get ready for radio shows. You know, we have a plan, we do the show, and sometimes you want to keep something from your other co-hosts because you want an even more natural reaction.
Correct, especially with Kyle Wallace.
Yes.
I keep a lot from him.
You had just told me, hey, I've got something. It's a concerning stat. Really wondering what your reaction to this is. So you didn't tell me about it. And you were so concerned that when we first sat down together here at Potawatomi, you had a sticky
note
on your laptop, and you covered it up because you were scared I was going to look at it.
Yes. So
and you just briefly lost it and had no idea where it was.
It's not even that long of a stat. But you and
if
I
it's on a sticky note, no, it can't be that long of a stat.
You did the show with me on Monday.
Yes.
And obviously we both watch as many Brewers games as we possibly can because they're fun as hell. And you don't miss a Miz. You just can't miss a Miz.
Yep.
You don't miss a Miz opportunity, which is tomorrow. Bryce Terang. He's had a good year.
Yep.
Oh, he hasn't had a great year.
I would agree.
He's had great moments.
Great start.
Great start. Obviously, was it 2 days ago they were down 3-0, and then he tied it up 3-3 with a solo shot to center. That was good to see. Just the
and that was the day after he had 3 hits on Sunday.
Correct. So keep carrying that momentum, and that was good to see. And we've had a lot of discussion. Wow, this is why we're doing it right now. Lefty-lefty conversations.
Yes.
The Sal Frelick, who's been hitting well in June. Jake Bowers, Blake Perkins, Andrew Vaughn, when there's a lefty, you know he's going to be out there. So how does that fit within Murph and how he's going to put a lineup together? So I just happened to stumble on the idea of, I wonder how everyone else is doing against lefties.
Okay.
Bryce Terang.
This is not going to be good, is it?
No. And I'm curious if I'm late to the party on this or if this is something that people have been discussing or brought up because I think it is important. Last year in 2025, and this is I feel like a perfect time to talk about it because we're halfway through the MLB season, and you got a full year last year of Bryce, and kind of where he became like a real star, obviously leading to the World Baseball Classic and being talked about by Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber about his power. Bryce in 2025, 3 home runs against lefties, a 305 average, and a 752 OPS.
Love it.
I don't care that his home runs are down against lefties.
Yeah.
He's getting knocks. He's getting on base.
He's getting on base.
He's got a plus 750 OPS, which is really good as a lefty against the lefty.
Lefty on lefty, you'll take that all day.
Bryce Terang in 2026. I've kind of led you to this, but let's see if you can guess what his numbers are.
So batting average, I'm going to say it's probably what, 205, 210,
178.
You roll
right.
Whoa.
We're halfway through the season to see 178 on his splits. I watched him hit the lefty home run. I'm forgetting who it was against, but I was like, oh, was that his first? And they had said that's his first home run lefty of the season. OPS 527.
Wow, because I didn't even think about looking at that because they haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, and you don't.
About taking him out of the lineup because
for somebody last year with that sample size of 162 games hitting 305 against lefties, you don't think about taking your star second baseman out because of being a platinum glover and
he's been your 3-hitter.
Correct.
You know, he's been your 3-hitter for the majority of the year. So, yeah, you don't think about taking that guy out. And usually when you're thinking platoon splits, like we're talking here, at first it was Jake Bowers. Well, Jake's too good. Okay, so Jake's got to go to the outfield. So they've kind of been rotating, it almost feels like, where Sal and Garrett Mitchell will take their turns. Maybe if there's history between one of the two and they've got better numbers. But, Blake Perkins is also going to play.
Because his OPS as a switch hitter as a righty is better against lefties than when he bats lefties against the righties.
And Blake Perkins as a righty
you could also make the argument
even Gary Sanchez at DH.
Correct.
Because his lefty splits are spectacular.
As long as he's not hitting it hard on the ground right to somebody.
Well, that happens from
time to time. It does happen. It's just an automatic double player out.
Yes.
So that's my I feel like worthwhile stat of the day to bring up to you.
Yeah, I had not thought about that at all for Bryce. I guess we just hope that it starts to get better.
Yeah,
because I don't think because he was so good against lefties last year.
I don't have a solution. I'm not exactly worried, but I did think it was interesting to note for the second half of the season to look at as you head towards the playoffs.
Because right now you only have, for the 3 infield positions, you have 5 guys. And whatever combination you want, okay, I want the 2 righties in there, Pratt and Joey Ortiz. Yeah, because Hamilton's lefty. So you want the 2 righties against the lefty. So you want Joey. Okay, so now you're left with Do you want David Hamilton or Bryce Terang?
And
it's not even a question.
Not even a debate.
Bryce Terang's playing second base unless it happens to be a day where you decide, okay, you're getting the day off today, Bryce. But more often than not, he's going to be in there. So I think the hope is that kind of refreshing the approach with him. They've talked about it on the broadcast the last couple of days where he's been trying to stay inside the baseball. You're pulling the ball accidentally. And what makes Bryce so special with his power is his power to center and the opposite field, especially for a guy his size.
Is ridiculous.
It shouldn't be a thing.
My favorite home run to watch from him is when it goes. It's not even dead center. It's like he's hitting a
just
dead
a
center.
Little,
and it's just a little to the left.
Yes,
like you still would say it's to center field.
Yes,
it's not left center.
But it's
center,
to the left
center
of center
with like a little cut, like you're a lefty in golf.
Yep, with a little cut. With a little cut to it.
Little cut.
Because he's staying inside the baseball. So the issue for Bryce, and he has been now swinging better over the last, 4 or 5 days. For all the talk, and we're going to get into more of it certainly as the show goes on because we're now in July, we're about a month away from that trade deadline. No matter what the Brewers do, at the trade deadline, if they stay put, the Brewers need Bryce Terang to be a pretty special player.
Correct.
If
that's
they
why
want
I'm bringing it up.
Yes.
Because he had big moments against the Cubs. He didn't have a great average, and then he struggled to see the zone against the Dodgers. So that's why I'm bringing it up from a long-term, just as he's one of the most important players to the Brewers. We know his glove is amazing, platinum glover. We know he's got the power. I've got the power. Just need to bring the average up against lefties. So keep that in mind if you're looking to see what the Brewers do in the trade deadline. And as he grows his skill set against lefties, it's going to be important that he plays not at 300 because getting that split halfway through the season to 300 would be ridiculous. That would mean he'd have to hit like 450 the rest of the way.
Yeah. Well, it's so now Sal's finally up to 250 after the 3-hit day yesterday.
Yep.
Which is still pretty incredible considering how low he was for such a long portion
below
of
the
his
Mendoza
season.
line for a portion where my heart was starting to hurt because he's really easy to embrace.
I can't remember who wrote the piece on the Journal-Sentinel, but I was reading it this morning about the incredible June that Sal had.
Mm-hmm.
And ending the game last night with a 252 average is the highest his average has been since he left opening day with a 333 average.
And there it is. There's the second stat of the day from Gabe Neitzel. Going to tell you even more because I'm having the steak and eggs right now, and that's on the all-day brunch menu. Steak and bagel sandwich, pancakes, and more. You can build your own burger. They have desserts highlighted by the MVP Turtle Sundae. You must be 21 years or older to enter the casino. You got a World Cup game going on, Belgium and Senegal, Wimbledon, baseball, the Brewers tonight, the USA soccer team tonight. You know where to go. It's right here. It's Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We're back in 2 minutes.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a Superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior's worth paying for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenny's Lake Country, Maddie's in New Berlin, and Jugs Pub and Grill in Slinger. Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Best time of the year, it's patio season. Hey, it's Alex Strofe, and no better place to soak in patio season than Veer North on Milwaukee's East Side. Veer North brings the energy with a spacious patio, elevated food, and craft cocktails perfect for summer nights. Headed to a game? Start here and hop on the shuttle straight to the ballpark. Same goes for Summerfest and all your favorite festivals, pregame, postgame, or stay for the whole night. Live music, great vibes, and a menu that goes way beyond the basics. Veer North is not your average sports bar. Veer North, Milwaukee's go-to for summer fun.
As we celebrate Independence Day in 250 years of American freedom, there's never been a better time to invest in the place you call home. Maybe it's that roof you've been meaning to replace, those drafty windows you've learned to live with, or that bathroom you've wanted to update for years. Whatever project you've been putting off, Exterior Pros and Baths can help. This Independence Day, you can save up to $3,000 on your next project. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
No Kyle Wallace, Gabe Neitzel in for Kyle. I'm Ben Brust. We're live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sportsbook. We had a long conversation and many opinions on if you were locked in a room, can only watch one, the Brewers or USA Soccer. Which would you do? Which would you watch? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. You can continue to let us know there. But on Saturday, Gabe Neitzel, Jason Wilde, and Alex Strofe were at Summerfest for the annual State of the Packers show. And caught a little bit of it. I do know that my co-host, Kyle Wallace, before his wedding, wanted to keep his streak of going to Summerfest alive for the last 20 years or whatever. He went in there for 18 minutes, like 2.5 hours before his wedding, which is a little bizarre, but you do you, Kyle. And I wanted to bring some stuff to Gabe here. Now, as it pertains to the Green Bay Packers, their division odds, their over-under and win total. Did you guys get into your season predictions?
I mean, we did a season overview. We didn't necessarily do this is what I think their specific record is going to be. You know, just kind of more of a, I think Jason kind of handled that at the end of the show where, you know, this is where we kind of think the team's going to be and what the ceiling and floor is.
Well, let's look at the over-under win totals. It sits at over 9.5 wins.
Okay.
But you have to lay a little bit of juice, minus 134. So
okay.
Bet 134 to win 100 or bet $13.40 to win 10. The under 9.5 is plus 110, so you bet 100, you win 110. Now you could, I find this intriguing, move this to 10.5.
Okay.
And at 11 wins, you get plus 135. It flips on its head.
I think I would do that.
So that's why I'm going to the State of the Packers, Gabe Neitzel here, and I want you to explain why, if you were to look at 9.5 or 10.5, which you would do and why.
Well, I just like the value better at 10.5, and I think that's right around the number they're going to be at. I think they're going to be looking at 10 or 11 wins, and it's just, to me, it's not worth betting the over when for just one more win you can get that much potential more money. So, and again, that's more of a.
That's more.
I'm diving into your weekly wager territory.
Yeah, you did. I was shocked by that because I was going to say the reason why I'd be scared at that 10.5 number, even though it provides
good steak and eggs.
Very good steak and eggs. I also have to shove it down in the break so it doesn't get cold. So I apologize for the burp on air. Excuse me, as they say.
God, again, that you and Chewy Venn diagram, man, that is just.
You know what? Now I have no ground to stand on, and I'm going to get back to this conversation because I want to get back to you saying you would choose over 10.5. But since he's been back in studio, I forgot to just bounce into the studio and go next to Chewy and say, Chewy, this is an on button. When it's on, you talk. When it's off, you can go, He's coughing during your guys. When you and Jen are talking, he's coughing in the breaks.
Yeah.
It's going over on the commercials, and I'm just like, come on, man. So,
traffic's going on.
So at least I have the knowledge to say, excuse me.
Oh, sure. Uh-huh.
So don't put me in the full Venn diagram.
No, it is pretty close.
It's close, but I have a little bit more of knowledge of my actions when I'm speaking. So there's that. Now, why, even though the odds are better, why I would be scared to take over 10.5 is very simple. The uncertainty of Micah Parsons. The uncertainty of when Micah Parsons will be back.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the first 4 games are manageable, but it doesn't mean it's the NFL, right? Any game, any given Sunday, the whole thing. Plus, you're starting on the road against a divisional team. Bears, Cowboys, week 5, week 6, is he back? I don't know. I feel like the schedule gets harder. You have tougher opponents on the back end. So even if he's back, it's not like 11 wins. Like the line is 9.5 for a reason, because 10 feels right. 10-7 probably feels right with the uncertainty of Micah Parsons being on this team, considering I would say 0-4, because I don't count Week 18. They were 0-4 without Micah.
I know Terrence has been out there. His brother, Terrence Parsons, has been out there on social media saying, hey, we don't know. I mean,
the latest was
week.
ripping Rashawn Gary today in a Cowboys uniform.
Yeah, shocking.
Saying he's going to stop the run, but other than that, you're going to bleep around and find out. Didn't know if you saw that.
I did not see that, but that's
it checks out.
Yeah, I think that checks out. But so when Terrence says something like that, I understand where it's coming from, and his brother, I'm sure, is talking about not being back until he's fully 100%. But none of us know, even Micah at this point, what he's going to feel like when he comes out, when he's able to finally practice. And given the history of guys that have had this injury, and it was last week, I mean, we're talking about 8 weeks. You had Christian Watson 2 years ago tear his ACL over a month later than what Micah tore his. And, you got to wait till the swelling comes down, all those things to get the surgery. And he was able to come back and still play in 10 games last year.
And I would say his best 10 games as a complete wide receiver.
100%. And he was great. He was good to go.
I agree.
Had a fantastic game, that first game against the Steelers on the road. So
in the second half, because nobody really did anything in the first half.
Yeah, fair. But I look at this as the one thing I know for sure about Micah Parsons is he's going to start on the PUP.
Yep.
The next thing I guess I know is he's not going to start practicing until the Packers are getting ready for Week 4 at best. Right, at best that would, because no football until September 30th, because that would be the 1 year the 9 months of having the surgery. And the other thing I feel like we know about Micah,
which is something he's talked about for the record. And
I feel like Micah's somebody who is going to be ready to go sooner rather than later. I understand him wanting to be 100%, and I agree with him wanting to be 100%. Coming off of an injury like that, you have to trust the knee. You have to feel good about that knee before you step on that field. And he's probably not even going to feel 100% trust in that knee until he goes through his
maybe
first
on
practice.
A little snap count when he first starts.
Yes, just like he was last year.
Very similar to start the year, even though if the back injury was real or not real, it was a good way to,
He had to ease in because he didn't have any camp.
Correct.
Right? He had to
it was
ease
a
in
late
anyway.
Trade.
So he's not going to jump in, and unlike Rashawn Gary, he is a high snap count guy. He plays 85, 90% of the snaps in a game. He's not going to be that. He's going to ramp up to that. But I still imagine he's going to be available sooner than that 8-week mark than Terrence is putting out there. I think it's easy to sit here in July saying, I'm taking my time, I'm going to be 100%. And then when we hit the season, we know how much this dude wants to be on the football field.
Yes. You can even see it just in like he's played pickleball.
Yeah.
He was in Dallas. Like he's everywhere. And he's the type of softball game.
Mm-hmm.
He's mic'd up, yelling. So like he's just a guy that I have a hard time believing he's not going to have like the itch to want to get out there to help his team as soon as possible, even while knowing health is number one.
Yeah, and I think he is going to be 100% when he returns. I just also think that ACLs are 9 to 10 month injuries now. And, maybe it's more middle October than early October. So we don't know how he's going to feel. I just highly doubt it's going to be potentially half the season, which is kind of where the narrative is kind of taking a mind of its own.
It is gone
and it's
there.
starting to go in that direction. So I don't think that's going to be the case. So that's why I also feel better about that 11-6 number.
So my next portion of the State of the Packers follow-up with Gabe Neitzel on Kyle and Brust without Kyle Wallace is I've been asking Jason Wilde, Mark Tauscher, Brian Bulaga, just about anyone, who do you think, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 being the most, 4 being the least, who do you think will lead them in receiving in pass catchers?
Yep.
Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden,
Jaden Reed,
and Christian Watson. Of those 4, 1 through 4, and give me a prediction on yardages. Oh, big sigh.
Well, because the top is so tough Tucker's going to have the most receptions. But because Christian is such an explosive player, I think it's going to be really close in yards there.
Yeah, because what Christian gets in catches, Tucker Kraft makes up in yak.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was top 5 after catch, up there in the likes of running backs like Christian McCaffrey and others.
I think that if they're going back to some of the year one basics of this Matt LaFleur offense, I think you're going to see some more down the field opportunities for Tucker as well. I will say Tucker Kraft leads the team in receiving yards.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say it's somewhere between 1,050 and 1,100. And then
which he was on pace for.
Yeah, which he was on pace for. Right behind him, I would say Christian in that 950 to 1,000 area. I would then go to Jaden Reed, who's probably in the
700 to 800.
700 to 800 range, and then the 500 to 600 range for Matthew Golden.
Here's what I find interesting about that. You basically, and I'm not saying you're wrong in thinking this, because they've made an investment in moving on from, and the investment will come with moving on from Dontavian Wicks and Romeo Doubs to make sure that the 4 guys that you're going to highlight are going to have the most opportunities to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't had a 1,000-yard wide receiver since, or even pass catcher, since Devontae
Since
Adams.
Devontae.
And you were flirting with 2,000-yard pass catchers.
Yeah.
Right there.
But when you make the investment that they made into Christian, and when you make the investment you're about to make in Tucker Kraft, because that'll get done before the season starts. Tucker's going to be one of the highest paid tight ends in the league. When you make that type of investment and you're going to pay those guys that type of money, it's because they're going to be highly productive football players on your team. I'm so glad that this is the direction that they're going. The receiver by committee thing drove me nuts.
Well,
and I think
clarity for the players and the fans.
And the coaching staff.
Yeah, most importantly.
Chewy's biggest complaint over the last couple of years for the Packers, as we sit there, whether it's we're doing Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, or we do the All-20 Chew, where we pick 5 plays and he uses his football brain to
break that down
to
on
break
YouTube
those down on
at
YouTube.
ESPN Milwaukee.
Where are the bread and butter plays? Why aren't they running bread and butter?
Oh, my gosh.
He
if
loves
you had
the bread.
$1 for the bread and butter term that he's used.
His wife would not be happy because he would owe me so much money.
Where's the slant, Gabe?
Yeah.
I'm going to have dreams now. Gabe, where's the slant? Where's the bread and butter?
But I think it's easier to run bread and butter plays when you know consistently who's going to be on the field.
Fair.
And who you're featuring, right? When you're trying to shuffle people in and out and trying to get everybody playing time, which we know didn't work. It absolutely did not work last year or the year before, or specifically last year, because the assumption is a lot of those receivers were upset with their roles.
Mm-hmm.
And when Matt LaFleur offers that up unsolicited, that people were upset with their roles, everybody kind of looks at that wide receiver room because there were no defined positions.
And you look at the MLB, we've talked about MLBPA recently, and if you look at those NFL player report cards and then you look at who they moved on from, it's no coincidence that it makes sense that they're moving on from this way they've done things.
So when the Packers were at their best under Brett, under Aaron, and even if you go back to the famous Sports Illustrated cover of 2011, look at all these weapons. There was a hierarchy there. There was a pecking order.
And defined roles
and
about
defined roles
who was good at what and who was in the slot and who was outside. And
so I think it's going to make it easier, and this is what I'm excited about as a Matt LaFleur defender. I think it's going to make it easier for him to show everybody how good of a play caller he is, because there's a portion of the fan base that believes he's a bad play caller, and he's bad at it. But consensus across the league, when people in the league talk about Matt LaFleur, they talk about him like he's one of the best play callers in football. So I think that's going to be on display because they're going to be able to, here's who we're relying upon. And part of their offense being so good was Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. But I also think it was, we know what roles everybody is playing. We have faith in these guys. We trust these guys. These guys know where everybody else is going to be. And that just can unlock an offense, which is why I think you can have some of the numbers I'm talking about, because Jordan Love's going to be able to get up over 4,000 yards. So those guys can eat, and then you still have room for some, a Savion Williams role. You can still carve out some yards in there for your running backs catching out of the backfield.
Don't forget Bo Melton.
and I mean, Bo's going to play a significant role at some point because not all three of those wide receivers are going to play all 17 games.
It's just the nature of the beast.
It's just not how it's going to work. So Bo's going to probably have a role, especially if Jaden Reed misses a game or two, which is certainly possible. But I think
Christian Watson staying healthy is always a topic of conversation as well.
And outside of the having to go to the hospital in Denver, he stayed healthy last year. But it's worth noting, even though he went to the hospital and they were really freaked out about that, he played the next game. He was able to stay healthy, be strong, be productive coming off of an ACL, and that makes me hopeful that he is going to stay healthy and have a big season for the Packers in 2026.
Well, it is getting even more exciting here at Potawatomi Casino Hotel because if you didn't have an itch for the USA Soccer game tonight, seeing it on the big screen and seeing the people get excited on a counterattack and knowing the bet slips that they have, it's just getting me juiced up even more for the game tonight. As we will continue on from Potawatomi Casino Hotel, it's Ben Brust and Gabe Neitzel, who's in for Kyle Wallace. A lot more with you. Don't go anywhere.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust.
Roughish-ly.
What two words did he combine? He wanted to combine partially with rough.
Yeah, roughish-ly.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got some backups along southbound 41 from about Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound is backing up from Mayfair up to Hampton. Also, we have that closure on northbound 94. The off-ramp to College Avenue still closed because of pavement buckling due to the heat. And because of that, you want to make sure that you're scanning far ahead of yourself as you're driving so that you don't come up on any other pavement buckling that might have happened that hasn't been reported yet. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. An extreme heat warning has been extended to 10 p.m. tomorrow night for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, warm, breezy, very muggy, slight chance for storms, especially to the north, a low of 76. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, hot, humid, chance of thunderstorms, a high of 93 with a heat index of 100. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at KesslersDiamonds.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount liquor.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tosher here for MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This 4th of July, Iron Jock is celebrating with one of their biggest deals of the summer from June 25th through July 6th. You got to go to ironjock.com because you get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using the code ESPN40. So, that's going to exclude the clearance items and gift cards. But whether you're training, traveling, grilling out, or just staying active this summer, Iron Jock gear is built to keep up and built in Wisconsin. Go to ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com. And like I mentioned, ESPN40 is what you need to know. ESPN40 to get 40% off a minimum purchase of $50. The lightweight hoodie would be my recommendation because it is just the best thing. I can wear it around the house. I can wear it at work. Like, it just is so versatile, so comfortable. Ironjock.com, ESPN40 is your promo code for 40% off. Ben Brust alongside Gabe Neitzel. Did that goal get you excited for a USA soccer game?
Not really. It was kind of cool.
I knew
it was cool.
I knew the answer to that.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say it wasn't, but no, I'd much rather. I'm waiting for what the Brewers lineup looks like. That's what I'm waiting for.
Fair enough, and it is a lefty, so our conversations will be interesting to see what the lineup actually does come out as for the Milwaukee Brewers against the Reds tonight. But I do want to play something that I think flew under the radar here in Wisconsin because Rob Domofsky, our guy, ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Packers, joined ESPN 1000. He was at a golf outing supporting a really close friend of theirs, Jeff Dickerson. So made sense as to why he was joining ESPN 1000. And it's not like, I know Jason Wilde does for Bears Packers. But he had a conversation about the quarterback of the Chicago Bears in comparison to Jordan Love. So I want you to take a listen.
Look, is Jordan Love Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre? Probably not. But is he a top 10 quarterback, maybe even top 6, 7, or 8? I think you have to say yes. And people here in Chicago saw the Packers for what they were. If you just took the 2 games that they lost here, the regular season game and the playoff game, it was coaching malpractice. It's an interesting debate, Sylvie, in the sense that, you've got a guy here who his ceiling probably is higher than Jordan Love, but his floor might be a little lower too.
That Rob Domofsky talking with Waddle and Sylvie, and I think everything he said is fair. The thing that I want to bring up is even when Rob mentions having a higher ceiling than Jordan Love, it's still based off potential. And I know
100%.
And that's why I get so annoyed at the conversation around Caleb Williams and Jordan Love, even heading into next year. Like the who would you rather have if you just pick them going into next year. It shouldn't even be a debate when it comes to who should be the quarterback of your team that you root for. Now, I understand the component of fandom, but in terms of taking out fandom and just looking at the quarterbacks, you could look at EPA, QBR, touchdown interception ratio, completion percentage. Like Jordan Love on the metrics, and honestly, leading the team to the playoffs all 3 years. I know he hasn't won the division. I know he's only won 1 playoff game. But in terms of the quarterback he has shown to be and grown each year on a consistent, steady level, to me it's not a debate of who you'd want to have quarterback your team in 2026.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But if you say that to anyone who roots for the Bears, it's like, oh yeah, Caleb this, Caleb that. It's like that's the part that annoys me about the way that I think Bears fans view Caleb Williams is they don't look at the faults. It's just about the magic.
But I understand where they're coming from. Because a lot of times when we look at Jordan, it's about the faults. Because we're comparing Jordan to the two guys that Rob mentioned at the beginning of the clip, to Brett and Aaron. We're used to quarterback excellence in this state when it comes to professional football.
Very different.
And their comparison is Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler, Eric Kramer. These are some of the better ones they have.
Don't forget, Mitchell Trubisky was the guy forever.
Yeah.
Mitchell Trubisky was going to be the next coming of the best quarterback in the world for the Chicago Bears. Before that, Justin Fields.
So they don't want to see the floor that Rob mentioned, because to me, again, if the question is who do you want in 2026, is it Jordan Love? Is it Caleb Williams? Yeah, it's a gamble on Caleb Williams continuing to develop and living up to the hype that he had as a Heisman Trophy winning #1 overall pick. He's got some physical traits that Jordan doesn't.
No doubt.
He just doesn't.
No doubt.
And if Jordan had those traits, he would have been available to the Packers in the 20s. He would have gone #1 overall. That's not to say that Caleb's going to be or is a better quarterback. We've seen plenty of guys. Aaron Rodgers, right? Alex Smith went before him. Not even close. It's not even comparison between Aaron and Alex Smith, and that was kind of a closer debate, during that draft. But just because he has those physical traits doesn't mean that he's a better quarterback than Jordan Love. He just has an opportunity. If he can use those physical traits the way that people think that he can, the way that some other #1 overall picks have, he has the potential. But can he put it together? And the issue for him is putting it together and having that consistency. The issue for Caleb is similar to what we were talking about Jordan going into last year. All right, Caleb, that's great. But as you mentioned, Mitchell Trubisky took this Bears team to a playoff not that long ago.
2018-ish?
Got to do it again. Because that's what the great quarterbacks in this league do. They back it up, and they do it again.
So I'm so glad you're here for another reason. Because I hear from Kyle Wallace about the Bears and Caleb Williams. And he has proclaimed that he's more worried about the Vikings as a threat to the Packers than the Chicago Bears.
It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
I believe so too, but I want you to just give your quick synopsis here.
This is easy to me. We were just having this conversation of Caleb versus Jordan. Caleb versus Kyler Murray.
Don't forget JJ.
Caleb versus Kyler Murray or JJ?
No, you could have. I thought you were going to leave out JJ.
Yeah, I should have.
I thought you were going to just be like, Caleb.
Word on the street, he stinks.
Yeah. We're not, well played. Well played. Man. You know what? I'm not going to get into that because I have so much more to say, but I'm not going to.
But that to me, yes,
Diana
that Vikings
Rossini
team
said something like that. For those who don't know what we're talking about,
it is impressive to me that Minnesota still finished with a 9-8 record, and some of that is assisted by the Packers treating Week 18 like a preseason game last year.
They should have.
But I mean, as bad as their quarterback play was a year ago, that tells you how good the rest of that roster is. But I don't think that Kyler Murray is suddenly going to be the solution to all the problems that ail Minnesota. He's had issues staying healthy. He's had issues staying consistent, doing all the work necessary to be a highly successful NFL quarterback. And I know Kevin O'Connell is looked at as some sort of savior, but guess who's never won a playoff game in his NFL career? Kevin O'Connell.
That's crazy.
You know what they've done when they've gone to the playoffs?
Lose to Daniel Jones.
And then they lost in that neutral site game when they lost to the Rams after they lost to the Lions in Week 18, had to be the wild card team, and lost doing the playoffs.
That is interesting. For as much as he's the greatest coach, and again, we know this here locally. Matt LaFleur in the LaFleur era is being judged differently because he had Aaron Rodgers, and Matt LaFleur does deserve credit for the resurgence, not all credit, obviously, for helping the resurgence of back-to-back MVP Aaron Rodgers, but moving on from a Hall of Fame quarterback to somebody that is come through this organization, you're looking at it through the lens of what can Love and LaFleur do right now, however you want to divvy out blame of why they're 1-3. The record is what it is and what they are in the playoffs.
But much like we're talking, yes, they haven't won the division, but they're the only team in the division that's made the playoffs every year Jordan Love's been in it. Can't say that for anybody else.
Can't say that, especially with
and yes, the expectation needs to be higher than the 7 seed. I agree with that. But they should get credit for making the playoffs, and they don't always get that credit.
I think they get credit, but the credit is probably based off the expectations that were set before Jordan Love got there, which is why it probably seems like they don't get the credit.
Sure, which I agree with, but again, Detroit, they didn't make the playoffs last year. Minnesota is on this every other year track. Bears finally made the playoffs last year. Yes, they won the division, but when you take a look around the division, I feel like some people would put Matt LaFleur as the 4th best coach, and he's got the best resume of anyone.
Steve and Daniel have the Jordan Love is a lower echelon winning QB. Won't win the division, fired at the end of the year. And this is because Matt and Love are not good. Again, like happens when we bring up expectations for the Packers and talk about the quarterback. There's more of a vocal minority than there is, a vocal defense.
Going back to the conversation we had earlier in the show, I guess this is why maybe I'll be proven wrong. And maybe it'll turn out the way that it did when Mike McCarthy was talking about going back to year 1 stuff. Unfortunately, when Mike talked about that, he got fired with 4 games left in the regular season.
Hello, Joe Philbin.
But I feel like this offense, between morphing it, and not in a bad way.
I'm just scared of the offensive line.
But morphing it to work in a Matt-Aaron marriage and kind of being a vision of the two of them, and then morphing the offense so it fits Josh Jacobs better. I think going back to some of the basics of this offense that Joe Thomas talked about, zone, the
zone
outside
reads,
zone blocking scheme, and doing more of that play action off of that.
Into some zone reads with Jordan.
Yeah, maybe. But I just feel like going back to that, having the defined roles of the wide receivers. Now, your concern about the offensive line is certainly not unfounded. And at the end of the season, I was, this offensive line is going to be fine next year. And as we've gone along,
it's almost like the number one thing I'm watching for, and you can't really learn much about it until they're in game action.
Correct. Because Zach Tom's not going to be playing in preseason. Aaron Banks sure as hell ain't playing in the preseason. Do you think Sean Ryan is? I don't know. I mean, I think he should
from a rep standpoint.
Correct, because he was only played 9 games at center.
Was it 9?
8 or 9, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, the point remains.
You're going to want to get Jordan Morgan as many reps as you can at left tackle, and you might end up having a competition at right guard between Anthony Belton and the way that Matt LaFleur talked about Jager Burton, their 5th-round pick this year. So, the offensive line, if you are concerned about the offensive line, I can't talk you off that ledge. Because there's no reason, there's nothing I can say that's going to make you feel better.
I don't know if anyone, even when I talked to Brian Balaga and Mark Tauscher, who played for the Packers and played very high level at the offensive line for them for many years, they don't make me feel better about it. So that tells you all you need to know, and we're all going to find out together. Do need to get to a couple things. Sean Eichhorst, the new Wisconsin athletic director, plus Gabe has only told me this. He is disappointed in me based off something I did on the show with Jesse Nelson, who subbed yesterday for Kyle Wallace. We'll get to all that next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
I was raised by Mama Wallace, and Mama Wallace said this is absolutely unacceptable.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, backing up from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound side from about North Avenue up to about Hampton. Southbound 43 also backing up a bit from Keith down through the Marquette. Westbound 94 heavy from 35th Street to about Hawley Road. Eastbound flowing from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. An extreme heat warning has been extended to 10 p.m. tomorrow night for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, warm, breezy, very muggy. Slight chance for storms, especially to the north, a low of 76. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, hot, humid, chance of thunderstorms, a high of 93 with a heat index of 100. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our community from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Heading to Milwaukee's east side? Make Veer North your first stop. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strofe. Here to tell you at Veer North you can catch the big game, hop on a shuttle to the stadium, or hang out for live music all summer long. Elevated food, craft drinks, and a packed event lineup. Veer North knows how to keep the energy going as the weather starts to warm up. Close to Fiserv Forum, Summerfest, and UWM. It's the perfect place to pregame, postgame, or just stay for the whole thing. Veer North, right where Milwaukee comes together.
This 4th of July, crack open something made for the red, white, and blissful. The new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety 8-pack is here just in time for America's 250th birthday, featuring 4 nostalgic flavors: strawberry, cherry, grape, and apple. It's the taste of backyard barbecues, fireworks at dusk, and long summer weekends packed into every can. This Independence Day, bring the nostalgia and bring the bliss with the new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack from Carbliss. Available now at your local retailer or online at drinkcarbliss.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I feel save you tons of money on Johnsonville Brust. Select 10-pack varieties, $8.99, or select 5-pack varieties, $4.99, or 2 for $9.50. Ay caramba, hot prices on Johnsonville. 10-pack, $8.99, 5-pack, $4.99. Everybody loves grilling Johnsonville Brust. Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee-owned.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys. Enjoy live music with friends and family. It all starts at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with The Toys. Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
People hear Horicon Bank and they think local, instantaneously.
Over the years, was able to help them in their later years when they needed some care. So I would say that was cradle to grave experience for me.
We encounter precious moments like this all the time. We have a trust administration department that can help.
Our motto is together as a bank and as an organization, and then doing good.
There's amazing success stories of small business entrepreneurs who now are multi-million-dollar companies.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, no Kyle Wall, so Gabe Neitzel hosting with me at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sports book. Sean Eichhorst is the new Wisconsin athletic director. Here's what I've determined the way people are looking at this is. If you think just about his time in Nebraska and being connected to Wisconsin, you're kind of like, all right, retread, didn't go out in Nebraska. You're just down about it, mad about it. If you think about it from the perspective of what he did at Nebraska was pre-NIL, sure. He made a tough decision to get rid of Bo Pelini at the time, bring in Mike Riley. That didn't work. Your success is based off football. I get it. But at Texas, being director of operations for the football team and a deputy AD, that is a school that handled a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a new era. So it's almost like I've seen people pick how mad they want to be or how happy they want to be based off what narrative they choose. Where do you fit into this? And I'm also in the camp of you just don't freaking know. You just don't. It's almost like you can't.
It's hard to judge because it's harder than like a draft pick, right? Because at least with a draft pick, you have an idea whatever sport we're talking about, yes, it's at a lower level, but you've seen this person play. Being an athletic director is such an abstract thing.
No one's got a camera looking at an athletic director's office, listening in on conversations, listening into what they do. So it becomes harder.
We were all excited, I think, when Chris McIntosh took over because he had spent years studying under Barry. I'm willing to bet Barry didn't skip over the relationship building portion of the training for Chris McIntosh. But Mac, despite being a disciple of Barry Alvarez, decided to skip that portion and not really deal with the relationship development outside of the bubble that he was in and deal with businesses and other people from outside the program. So you hope he's better at that because that's certainly a criticism, I think, of the fickle McIntosh era.
Very reactive, very we're going to do things we probably should have done much earlier in the
Sat
process.
on their hands, hoping that the NCAA is going to come up with a solution for anything is not, that's
not a strategy.
That's not a strategy, and that's what they did for NIL. Just kind of sat on their hands. Go, the NCAA will figure. No, they won't. Still haven't. They're never going to figure it out.
If anything, it got even more accelerated. That it was even harder to catch up.
Correct. So it's a tough job to come into because of that, and you're hoping this guy is going to be able to figure it out. And again, the only way we're going to find out is by him actually doing the job. Now, he was really good with money in Texas. Seemed like he had some pretty good relationship building in Texas. But again, I think it's a little bit easier in Texas because there's so many people that pour money into that program. So you've got to go out and find the money to a little bit of an extent in Wisconsin. So he's going to have to go out and do that. My first question, I guess, really becomes what's going to happen with Fickell? How good does Luke Fickell have to be this year to retain his job? Because this is no different than a general manager coming into any other sport, and he's inheriting a head coach. Typically, you want to hire your own guy. You're not just going to go along with this guy unless he ends up being really good.
Correct.
So how good do we think Fickell has to be this year? And honestly,
here's what I think.
I think he's got to be better than anybody even thinks.
Here's what I think he has to do, and what I'm scared.
Dansby Swanson hit another one.
He hit 3 home runs.
Yeah, it's 22-3.
Well, that's position player pitching.
Yeah,
now.
correct.
Yeah. Regardless, still
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Big screens here
Big
at Potawatomi.
screens at Potawatomi
I mean, the
Casino.
fact that it only happened an hour 45 into the show.
You know what? You've passed the test.
Yeah,
you passed the test about not being too distracted and being a professional. I hope. Here's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of 8-4 being good enough.
But 8-4 might be good enough.
So then you had me thinking they had to be 9-3 for it to be impressive. You think 8-4 is impressive enough?
What have they done the last couple of years?
But it's based off the schedule. It's based off the strength of schedule. They play like 3.
It's not the strength of schedules was tough last year.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it's weaker.
Yeah, it's even weaker this year. I don't know. I guess, maybe he has to get to 9 wins. But also I think there's a bit of an eye test of, are you going in the right direction? Because they're not going to go from
recruits they have a lot that they have lined up for the next coming class.
Yes, because it's not like you're going to go from missing a bowl game the last 2 years to, hey, we're at 10 wins again. That's unrealistic expectations.
Unless he's Kurt Signetti that we've just been sitting on for 4 years.
Yeah, holding him back. Yeah. Just somehow holding back.
I'm going to wait to put all the pressure on myself.
Yeah.
And put all the pressure on a new AD to be like, gotcha now. I'm locked in for another year because look what we've done. So that
becomes the first question, right? Like how good does he have to be? Because everything else falls, and as good as UW Athletics has been, as good as the program that you're associated with has been. And kudos to Greg Gard because he has adjusted better than probably just about anybody in the country to NIL
outside
and
of the
transfer
tournament
portal.
Success.
Yeah.
But that's what you're measured on.
That is what you're measured on.
It's unfair, but it is.
It is.
What it is.
And we went through the same thing with Bo. Now, and for Bo, it was like getting past Sweet 16 because he only had the 1 Elite 8. And then everyone went, oh, yeah, that's right. Bo Ryan is a really good coach.
You're welcome, Coach.
But, so he's adjusted really well. Volleyball's obviously been fantastic. Hockey's been fantastic. All these other sports. But ultimately, as you mentioned with Nebraska, you're judged on football. Football's the moneymaker.
And it's hard to screw up the other sports because Kelly Sheffield, Mark Johnson, they just have a great way, and it doesn't matter who's the athletic director, they have it rolling.
Despite Greg Gard being seemingly it seemed like the previous administration wanted to force Greg out.
Correct.
And he just kept winning.
he just kept finding ways to face adversity and get through it. But, again, all that matters is football. 8 wins and looking good and not wanting to disrupt what seemingly is a good recruiting class to build off of. But then, I don't know, it's all scary. I'm scared. I just want to see Wisconsin football make me proud.
And the unfortunate part is it's going to take time. And I know nobody wants to hear that in the NIL era because we see so many teams that are able to flip it around.
I hate that you just said that.
But the reason why it has to take time with Wisconsin and the reason why it didn't take time with Indiana is because Mark Cuban stepped up and cut a $30 million check.
It's a big check.
And once he cut that check and then they started having success, then more people started lining up for the Indiana program. There's no Mark Cuban who's going to give this program a $30 million check to jumpstart it this year. So it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to have to build, get to 8 or 9 wins, get fans coming back so it's not embarrassingly empty
6 wins gone.
Games. Yeah, 6 wins is gone.
Fair. Gabe Neitzel has a bone to pick with me on the other side. It's Kyle and Brust live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel with Gabe Neitzel in for Kyle. We're back next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You'd be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
Named by me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Sunday marked the exact halfway point for the Milwaukee Brewers season. 81 down, 81 to go after Sunday's loss to the Cubs. And even despite the series loss at American Family Field over the weekend, the Brewers' 5.5-game lead in the NL Central and the quickest they've tallied 50 wins in franchise history. They'll look to add on to those 50 wins this week, hosting a 4-game series at American Family Field Monday through Thursday against the Cincinnati Reds. These 4 games against the Reds mark the final homestand for the Brewers prior to the All-Star break, which starts July 13th.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Homer here. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 27 pounds and on my way to at least 30. What I love most is how safe and easy this program has been. No complicated plans, just real results that fit into everyday life. If you've been looking for a weight loss program that really works, this is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
College students, are you looking to upgrade your apartment or college living? And if you're a parent of college student, listen as well. Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create that space that feels like yours. Cozy bedding, organize your dorm with great storage solutions. Get that sofa for weekend visits. You have it all covered at IKEA, and if you are a college student that you are verified, you get 15% off when you sign up for IKEA Family. And in Madison, you have 2 pickup points. The University Bookstore, State Street, and Beltline, so you can shop your favorite IKEA products online. Pick them up as soon as the next day for free if you're an IKEA family member. So no waiting on anything, just getting the IKEA style you love when you are ready. IKEA.us or the IKEA app. Check them out. IKEA Oak Creek or online for pickup locations in Madison with the University Bookstore.
Ben, I've got a bone to pick with you, pal.
Okay, Gabe Neitzel, what do you got?
I was really frustrated driving back from the WTMJ Classic and the golf outing we had out at Morningstar Golfers Club yesterday.
Okay.
Listening to you guys try to guess.
Who's you guys?
You and Jesse Nelson yesterday.
That's the first problem.
Trying to guess the 4 Packers on PFF's all 20-year team. And the fact that you let Jesse talk you out of Charles Woodson being your second guess. You guys nailed Devontae Adams. Nailed Devontae. And then you move on, and you're like, oh, it's got to be Charles Woodson. Yeah, of course it's going to be Charles Woodson.
But Jesse
he's the only other Hall of Famer who could potentially be on that list after you knew Aaron Rodgers wasn't on it. And then you let Jesse go, oh, he wasn't even on my list. You know who's number 2? Mason Crosby. And I love Mason. Got to know Mason a little bit when he was doing stuff for the Lombardi Cancer Foundation. Great guy. Great family guy. Love Mason. He
all 20-year team as a kicker.
He provided some very happy memories for me as a Packers fan. That kick he made in Dallas was fantastic.
Your frustration's warranted.
The fact that you let Jesse talk you into him being the number 2 guess that you guys made is absolutely ridiculous and outrageous. Mason was great. He's not second best kicker of the last 20 years.
I'm pretty sure I said Charles Woodson was the defensive player of the year.
He was in 2009 and 3 touchdowns that year, 9 interceptions. Unbelievable. For you not to dunk on Jesse Moore for going, oh, Mason Crosby was number 2 on my list.
Part of me feels bad because I could dunk on him every second of the 3 hours, and I have to pick and choose my battles to
I don't
dunk
think you
on
do.
him.
I don't think you do. I think we have to consistently dunk on him until lessons are learned. And I know he hasn't learned a single lesson in the 10-plus years that's been a part of GKB. But I think we have to continue because I don't know what else to do.
C-Katt, does that seem fair from Gabe?
Crosby was horrible, man. Everything Gabe is saying is correct.
All right, I will take ownership. That's on me. I should have had more of a strong stance against Jesse. I had it all show long except for the one moment I probably should have gave it to him the most. And now Jesse's defending himself on text message to us. Don't even look.
No, you can't defend. How do you? It doesn't matter. You can't defend yourself on Mason Crosby being your number 2 guess.
We're back in 2 minutes. It's Jesse Nelson who is the worst. Are we clear?
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
A little bit Slow on southbound 41, basically from Good Hope Road, solid all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to about Burleigh, and again from Capitol up past Hampton. Westbound 94, you got backups from about 30th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Southbound 43 has eased up. We just have a little bit of a backup right through the Marquette. And then you're back on the brakes from about Beecher down towards the KK River. And then on 894, if you're heading southbound, south of Howard Avenue into the Hale, it's going to slow down as you swing on to 894 eastbound all the way past 76th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups. With camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs, learn more at sewerninjas.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. An extreme heat warning has been extended until 10 p.m. tomorrow for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, chance of thunderstorms later on, breezy and humid, a low of 75. Tomorrow, early morning showers and storms, hot and humid, chance for evening thunderstorms, a high of 94 with a heat index of 100. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. And this 4th of July, Iron Jock is celebrating with one of our biggest deals of the summer. From June 25th through July 6th, get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using code ESPN40. Excludes clearance and gift cards. Whether you're training, traveling, grilling out, or just staying active this summer, Iron Jock gear is built to keep up. Our products are moisture-wicking, anti-static, built for performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It is the 414 Hour at 4, and I am not Kyle Wallace, and I will never try to be Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Gabe Neitzel, who's in for Kyle Wallace, live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel, as people are starting to roll in with some USA gear, getting ready for the 7 o'clock knockout game against Bosnia. Match. Don't want the soccer aficionados
Correct,
to
yeah,
get
coming
after
at
me.
you hard. Calling you a bandwagon fan.
Which I'm fine with, because it's USA, and I can root for anything USA, and if you want to call me a bandwagon, not going to offend me. Now, did we I can't remember. It's because yesterday felt like a marathon with Jesse.
Sure.
Did we play Jesse's 414 intro for you ever?
Oh, yeah. No, because yes.
Oh,
I have
you
the
brought
video
some-
saved
okay.
in my phone. It's one of my favorite things ever.
Well, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I
Go
feel
ahead,
like
C-Katt.
I don't know if it mattered what you answered to that, Gabe, because it's going to come again right now.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite thing, so I can't hear it enough.
It's the 414 Hour at 4.
The video, again, is so good because he thinks he nailed it.
I know. He sits back like he crushed it. For reference, here's Kyle Wallace doing what he normally does.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KMB.
Like it just like
Yeah,
it
it
just
flows.
goes.
It flows.
It's the 414 Hour at 4.
On KBN.
Look at his face. He's
was
he's
that?
so
Is that the
proud of
bump?
himself. So proud of himself when he sits back in the seat.
We will effort to get the Boston accent version from yesterday. Did you not hear that?
So I was just pulling into the parking garage as you guys were getting there, and I long story. I was not driving my car yesterday.
Yes, you had many car
I
troubles.
had many car issues, so I didn't want to sit in the car because I was returning the car to a friend who we work with.
Fair enough.
So I wanted to make sure she got
so
her
perfect.
car.
We'll have that
so
at the
I
end of the
missed
segment
it,
for you.
and I was hoping I could get into the sprint downstairs in time to hear it. And then I realized I just wasn't going to get there in time.
Well, we'll have C-Katt effort for that, and he'll let us know when he has it. But I do want to play something from Jeff Passan to discuss with you, because Jesse Nelson yesterday claimed to be a seam head, and then he didn't actually have a good conversation with me because he got stuck in the when is it okay to jump out of window? Like, where's the window? What floor is the window on?
Once with Jesse, he's not a seam head, because on Wilde and Tausch, him and Tausch giving up on the Brewers way too soon is an annual tradition. Now, thankfully, the Brewers got off to a good start this year, so it didn't happen this year.
No Dunzo the Clown.
But there's no Dunzo the Clown. You guys played the clip of him asking when we're going to put the pressure on Pat Murphy last year, really early in the season. Panicking that early in the season shows you don't have what it takes to be a seam head.
So we'll play something from Wilde and Tausch, from those seam heads that you listen from 9 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin. Here was Jeff Passan.
Generally speaking, being more aggressive, yes, and yes. You open a window so you can climb through it. You don't open a window so you can sit on the ledge and wonder what's going to happen if you jump. And whatever trades the Brewers make at this deadline, guys, there's a chance that they're going to come back on them and they're going to deeply regret it. But you're in a league where, Dodgers accepted, it is so very wide open. And I think the Brewers learned last year you need to go in as loaded as you possibly can. And if there's any year to do it, I think the year where Jacob Mizorowski's doing his best Bob Gibson impersonation, and a year where so few teams seem to be legitimate contenders, that's the year to do it.
So that was Jeff Passan on with Wilde and Tausch, and I heard you talk about Tarek Skubal today, this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And every time I bring up Tarek Skubal, people get really intense about prospects in the future.
Oh, yeah. I get accused of not watching any baseball anytime those clips get posted on social media.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Baseball America just came out with the top 100 prospects in baseball.
They updated it.
The Brewers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that does not include Andrew Fisher,
who may have just hit another home run. I don't know if they're playing again. I don't know if they're still playing from yesterday.
I haven't been on Twitter during the show, but I definitely have the right people that have popped that into my feed to keep me updated on Andrew Fisher's home run duties.
Yeah, and some of that is because you have to play so many games in order to graduate off this list. So Cooper Pratt's still on this list. Logan Henderson's still on this list, and those guys that are contributing at the major league level.
Jesus Mate being the number 1 overall prospect is just phenomenal, by the way.
So great. And my point is, where I agree with Jeff, whether it's Tarek Skubal or it's not, I expect the Brewers to land, and if it's not Skubal, Skubal's probably the CC, if we're talking in Brewers past trades, Skubal's obviously the CC level. I think if they can't pull something like that off, and who knows, the Tigers just swept the Yankees, so who knows if the Tigers continue to lie themselves and think that they're alive in the American League.
But Skubal could then just walk, and
yes,
once the CBA and the MLB Players Association, all of that gets figured out.
And they're potentially going to get rid of the qualifying offers, so you might not even get a draft pick if he walks away in free agency.
Interesting.
So I know that's one of the things that's been brought up. But if it's not going to be that level, I think the Brewers could get a Mike Moustakas level, a really great player that, isn't a future Hall of Famer or one of the best players in all of baseball. Mike Moustakas was an all-star, pretty recognizable name in baseball, and they can be aggressive because of that minor league system. I understand we don't want to give away prospects, and the prospects are the Brewers' lifeblood. But this team is in a place they've never been this far into the season in terms of the wins that they have. This has the potential to be an incredibly special season, and if you can find a way to boost it, and I think it's through starting pitching. I think you also need an arm in the bullpen. But I look at offense, and where are you adding a bat to this lineup? They're 4th in all of baseball in runs scored. They're still second in on-base percentage.
They're still 3rd in batting average in runners in scoring position, despite what they had done the past couple
because,
weeks.
again, you're going to go through lulls like that. Where they are lacking is power. Mm-hmm. And we've seen a bit of a power surge from Jackson Chourio, so maybe that continues, and a little bit more power from William Contreras as the season goes along. But power is the one.
But I don't know where you're
going
going to find that power, anyways, at a position where you can place them in a lineup.
Because you can only place them in one spot.
Third base.
That's the only spot.
And that market doesn't look that great.
No.
So Matt Chapman gets brought up, and I'm like, nope.
You've already got a logjam in the outfield because you're putting Jake Bauers out there from time to time to get at-bats because you want Andrew Vaughn at first base, especially against lefties. Sal just had an unbelievable month. Garrett Mitchell has been playing a lot better, and has been crushing the baseball. Obviously, Jackson Chourio is going to be Jackson Chourio. He's going to be somebody who's in there basically every day. Bryce Terang, as discussed, is a tent pole of your lineup. He's playing second base every day. And you brought up Cooper Pratt to play every day. So really, third base is the only play, and Contreras is your catcher. So third base is the only play. So you have to be hyper-focused on that one position to potentially help the lineup. And this team, if they add another high-quality caliber starting pitcher, I think could go toe-to-toe with a lot of other rotations. Last year in the postseason, the Dodgers beat the Brewers because of their starting pitching. Because that starting pitching was so bleeping relentless, and it has a cumulative effect. The Brewers can do something similar if they add to what they have with Miz and Harrison and hopefully Brandon Woodruff, if you add a starting pitcher to that. I do think, yes, you need a backside bullpen arm as well, but I don't think they're going to go high-priced guy there, because if you go out and trade for a closer, you already have somebody you feel comfortable in closing in McGill. You have another guy you feel comfortable closing in Uribe.
Oh, my God. Hopefully you didn't hear Jesse talk about McGill and Uribe yesterday.
I did not. I mean, they're really good. Did he say they're really good?
No. He goes, they've been struggling this year.
They struggled in the first month.
Yes. But he thinks they're still struggling.
No, they're
not. McGill has been awesome.
Yeah, McGill's been fantastic. I think he gave up 2 runs in both May and June.
I think that
two runs each. That was it.
What I feel about this conversation is it's uncomfortable, and I understand why it's uncomfortable, but this is a privilege to be in an uncomfortable spot to potentially move on from prospects to make your team better. And by the way, you could probably move on from some prospects and still be a top 3 farm system.
In an incredibly healthy position.
Yes.
Because so we just struggled in the everyday lineup. We just struggled to find an open position. And when you start playing the game
with a 50-plus win team.
Yes. And then there's a reason why they have 50-plus wins at this point, because they're a really good team.
Yep.
But when you start looking forward,
and you don't do that just by winning 3-1 ball games every game.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked, you already had on the stats. We don't need them again.
And when you start looking into the future, so they've got 9 players on this list. Let's just say 7, because 2 are major league contributors. At least Logan Henderson will be when he's healthy, and he's on his rehab assignment right now.
Mm-hmm.
So of those 7, one's another pitcher, but you have potentially an opening at first base. Because Bauers, you don't have long-term control. You don't have long-term control of Andrew Vaughn either. Maybe you come to an extension agreement. Okay, so first base could potentially open. Bryce Terang, you still have for multiple years. Cooper Pratt signed a pretty big deal.
Shortstop of the future.
Shortstop of the future. What do you do at third base? My guess is the number 1 prospect in all of baseball ends up playing third base, and Jesus Mate. You brought up Andrew. So what do you do with Andrew Fisher? My guess is he goes over to first base. All right, so that kind of takes
all good problems to have.
So now Luis Peña's number 2 on this list in terms of best Brewers prospects. I don't have a spot for him in my infield. Okay, does he go to the outfield? Well, outfield, you've got Jackson Chourio under contract for a pretty long time. You've got 3 years left, I believe, of control of Sal Frelick. So maybe that leaves center field open. But they also just signed Luis Lara to an extension. You can't play all these guys, Ben.
And I feel like the Brewers are telling us who they believe in most
Mm-hmm.
by who they're giving these contracts to.
Yes.
And the reason why that's important is because you can tout prospects all you want. You don't hit it 100% clip.
No.
And they may not hit 100% clip on who they sign with Pratt and Lara. Obviously, with Chourio, no brainer. Yeah. You just don't know.
Churio's a hit, baby.
Yeah, a hit. No, he's not a hit. He's bigger than a grand slam. He's hit 2 grand slams in terms of the value of the contract and how long he's under team control.
Such a great contract.
There's no debating that. So, again, I just want to continue to open up the idea that when you go to an NLCS and you're a team like the Brewers right now, at this point in the season, with their record, it's okay to be uncomfortable and it's okay to think like, a little bit different.
Jesus Mate isn't going anywhere.
Correct.
They're not going to trade Jesus Mate because baseball has also changed where the young controllable assets are very important. They're still what you use in order to go out and get a big player in a trade, but especially for a rental, when the Brewers traded for CC Sabathia, they gave up a lot in terms of highly rated prospects.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of them didn't pan out because they're prospects, but they gave up a lot. You don't have to do that anymore because teams are smarter and they don't want to do that. So a team like the Tigers, should they sell Tarek Skubal, they're not going to sit there and go, well, I want Jesus Mate. It ain't happening. Sorry, pal. Pick from somebody else, but we're not building a package around Jesus. And they're not going to get any other top 10 prospect in baseball for him either. So you don't even have to give up as much as you think if you're thinking in terms of the CC Sabathia trade in 2026.
Hear me out, as crazy as it sounds. I brought this up, and honestly, it could be helping that he had as good of a June as he did. Sal Frelick.
If you feel like somebody is ready to replace him.
You just signed Lara.
If you think Lara's ready. Because they're not going to bring up Lara. And that would clear the way, because if you're going to bring up Lara, it's to play every day. And it would. I have a hard time imagining they would, just because of how much Murph loves him.
They love him. But this is also a business, and if you're trying to get somebody, you have to give something away that might hurt. But
yeah.
The way that Josh Hader shook the locker room when they traded him, it would shake them to lose Sal, but it wouldn't shake the overall team.
It could.
Dude, Hader was an all-star caliber.
Yeah, but it was also, I guess what really shook them then was they traded away Hader for prospects.
Yes.
So that sent the message. That sent the message
this would also be a buy.
Yeah. Yes, this would be a part. So it would be different that way.
I think it would hurt, but I think the overall goal of doing something special could be done without Sal Frelick. I can't sit here and say that Sal Frelick will be the difference of them winning a World Series or not. I can say Tarek Skubal could help way more.
If it's for Tarek,
yes,
you can talk me into it.
You
can talk me into it.
It's the only trade I would consider throwing a name like that in it.
He is a stable presence in that clubhouse of a lead by example. You don't know if he's having a good day or a bad day. And he's just going out there and playing hard.
And he's the best. I love his fire. I love what he brings. I love the article from the start of the season about drag him, work the pitcher, get the count up. He is the perfect Pat Murphy Milwaukee Brewer.
He is a leader on this team. They don't have anybody the way that they had in previous, like with Willie, right? Like Willie was the guy,
expiring.
Right? Like Willie Adames was the guy. He was the heart and soul of that team. I think they have a lot of guys that kind of share a lot of those responsibilities now. I think William kind of fills that role a little bit, especially with the pitching staff. Sal fills that role a little bit.
Yelich
more of a stoic
leadership.
Yeah, more of a stoic, but when something
Presence.
needs to be said, he's going to say it because he's got the bona fides to back it up of being around as long as he has and being as good as he has. So I think those roles have been split up a little bit.
And Murph has talked about how
Woodruff, obviously, for the pitching staff.
From a Yelich thing as well, Murph has talked about how people may look at Yelich's numbers, even last year, which were good, but obviously not the NL MVP Yelich. But he also talked about how his leadership is probably underrated from what he brings on every day on the field. So,
because he's so quiet.
Again, I feel confident in the opportunity that Matt Arnold's going to make some type of decision that's going to boost their chances.
They're going to make a move, no matter what. They always do. Last year it was Shelby Miller and Danny Jansen and Brandon Lockridge. Years previous, they've always done something at the deadline, and I think that's going to continue. I hope if there's an aggressive move to be made that they are the team that makes it, because they're in better position than really anybody else because of how deep their farm system is and how stacked their current roster is with young talent that they have under control.
Chef Ed chimes in, come playoffs, we're going nowhere if Yelich bat doesn't wake up. And I believe that is true because I am getting sick of the Christian Yelich playoff experience. I appreciate who he is as a Brewer and all those things, but, man, if I have to watch another dribbler to the right side of the infield in a key spot, it's going to hurt my heart. But we will continue on here on Kyle and Brust without Gabe Neitzel. I'm going to give you a quick soccer update because Senegal is up 2-0 in front of our face. The soccer update is brought to you by Discount Liquor. Obviously, if you're doing something for tonight at 7 p.m., I don't know the Senegal Belgium stuff, but what I do know is U.S. is favored. And if you're having a party, you must go to Discount Liquor for all your tailgating partying needs. That's in Milwaukee and Waukesha. Check out Discount Liquor. We continue next, and I'm going to tell you why I'm scared of tonight's soccer game. Even if you're not a soccer fan, I'll tell you why this is scaring the hell out of me. Next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, oh, ma'am, I am writing a review.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94 backing up from about 30th Street all the way to Holly Road, back on the brakes right past Calhoun. On the eastbound side, you got backups from 70th Street all the way through to 35th. Southbound 41 still heavy from south of Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. Northbound from North Avenue up to about Hampton. And then southbound 894, you're seeing delays from before Beloit Road down through the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound past Forest Home. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. A little bit slow on southbound 41, basically from Good Hope Road, solid all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing from Mayfair Road up to about Burleigh, and again from Capitol up past Hampton. Westbound 94, you got backups from about 30th Street all the way to Holly Road. Eastbound from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Southbound 43 has eased up. We just have a little bit of a backup right through the Marquette. And then you're back on the brakes from about Beecher down towards the KK River. And then on 894, if you're heading southbound, south of Howard Avenue into the Hale, it's going to slow down as you swing on to 894 eastbound all the way past 76th Street. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups. With camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs, learn more at sewerninjas.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. An extreme heat warning has been extended until 10 p.m. tomorrow for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, chance of thunderstorms later on, breezy and humid, a low of 75. Tomorrow, early morning showers and storms, hot and humid, chance for evening thunderstorms, a high of 94 with a heat index of 100. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. For custom apparel that helps your team, business, or event stand out, choose Big Frog. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
Micah Parsons is healthy, and if Tucker Kraft is healthy, the Packers are in that Super Bowl. I think that they would have run through the NFC. I think they beat Seattle. I think that they are the NFC representative in that game.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and builds spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations, people lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
As we celebrate Independence Day in 250 years of American freedom, there's never been a better time to invest in the place you call home. Maybe it's that roof you've been meaning to replace, those drafty windows you've learned to live with, or that bathroom you've wanted to update for years. Whatever project you've been putting off, Exterior Pros and Baths can help. This Independence Day, you can save up to $3,000 on your next project. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here from MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're looking to grow in 2026, you can do that at the Princeton Club. Find your better tomorrow and create a foundation of a healthy body, and your growth in all areas of your life will continue to go from there. Indoor-outdoor pool, indoor-outdoor tennis courts, a basketball court, personal training, workout classes, a strength training area, a track, free childcare with the membership. Like, it just keeps getting better. They just created a recovery room with infrared saunas and Normatec. They're going to have a cold plunge in there. It's your one-stop shop, I'm telling you. So my wife and I utilize to grow in 2026, and you can too. Check out the Princeton Club in New Berlin. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace is out. I almost said you were Kyle Wallace, but you're not. You're Gabe Neitzel filling in for Kyle Wallace. Now, here's the soccer take of the day.
Okay.
As someone who's rooting for the United States to win, this is a no-win situation.
Because they're so heavily favored?
They're so heavily favored. The expectations for the United States as a soccer team has never been higher. They've added this round of 32. So if you lose in the round of 32, then it's just like, oh, that's USA Soccer. If you win, you've still only gone as far as you went, in
22
and 14.
And in 14.
So, again, it's not a lose. It's just like they can't gain much other than the opportunity to show that they're really, really, really real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the scary part for me is I'm scared. The scary part for me is I'm scared. Because I love the United States so much, and I love rooting for international competition.
Yeah.
That although the narrative is shifting through the first 3 games, you know what narrative shifted for the Green Bay Packers, specifically Jordan Love? Is he's now in all of these quarterback lists in the offseason, all over the place, where if the malpractice of coaching and stuff doesn't go down in the 21-3 loss and not getting a first down, which you can put on Jordan some of this, obviously, but he threw for 300-plus yards and 4 touchdowns on a playoff game. They win that game. The way he is looked at is so much differently in the offseason no matter what happens in their next game.
You went in, you dominated Chicago, showed them, you won the division, but we're better. And
that's what I'm saying about USA Soccer. Is they've been such an exciting thing for everyone who's come along board of watching them and getting high expectations for them, that if they lose this game, all of that is just goes back to, well, they're just U.S. Soccer.
But I think there's still more to gain by winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just
I guess it's less about the more to gain than there's more that you can.
Oh, there's a ton
there's
to
just
lose.
There's so much more to lose than I think people are talking about.
100%.
I said it wrong. The expectation is that they win, and so because that expectation is that they win, I'm scared if they lose, that it's just going to be looked at as U.S. Soccer's a joke. We already knew this. And the homers of the world that are like, hey, I'll give you whatever win odds to Brian Balaga about them making the quarterfinal because he's just like USA Soccer stinks and gave him odds that you couldn't find at a sports book anywhere just because he's like USA Soccer stinks.
Yeah.
The homers will be right if this happens.
Yeah, and you just don't want the homers to be right. But I still
the homers not being the homers of the Steve the Homer True
variety
mindset.
Correct. But I still think that there are going to be there's going to be a minority that might try to poo-poo the win if they do. Just focus on the people that are celebrating with you, Benny. That's my advice
Yeah,
there.
but I can't
understand,
celebrate yet. I can't celebrate because
I
have to
understand,
do it.
yes, but I understand the fear that you have because this is the fear that
Like you get into halftime at 0-0.
Mhm.
Don't you think there's a little doubt creeping into their heads too?
And that's possible because of the history.
Because of the history.
Because of the history of
They're
Team USA.
they're carrying the weight of the shoulders of we're supposed to be different than any other USA team.
Yeah.
We better do it, and then they start I'm scared. I'm scared of someone who loves watching USA succeed in anything.
Yeah, but I think that's always the thing that makes you nervous about any playoff game, right? It's what made us nervous about the Brewers having a 5-game series with the Cubs last year. It's what made us nervous about the Packers going head-to-head with the Bears in the playoffs this year.
I just saw odds for the U.S. to make it the quarterfinal.
Did you?
It was like plus 300. Homer gave 10-1. To Brian Balaga, that
Good.
is.
Yeah, I was about to say that was an offer to one person only.
Last soccer take. As someone who played soccer, travel soccer through 8th grade, my brother played in college, so I've watched enough soccer. I appreciate the game. I don't love the game. Good, cool. Great usage of the cool. I'm proud of you, C-Katt. You're starting to get it. It bothers me how much I watch corner kicks be a waste. Like, these are the best in the world at
because
placing,
you get excited when they happen because it can be
a scoring
opportunity. It can be such a good scoring opportunity.
And these are the best in the world. And it's just unacceptable to me to see such a wasted opportunity. You get so excited, and then you cross it in off of the corner. It gets headed out on a low ball. You're like, come on here. I'm seeing guys, make it from the corner kick if they're a righty from the left side, bending it in with no goal. Like I know you can place it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are we placing it this bad that many times? Because it's a 90-minute game. You think it's going to be an opportunity? It drives me nuts watching that. One little gripe with soccer, since Americans are really good at inserting their opinions on things they don't follow.
Yeah, I was about to say, so it didn't cross your mind that maybe it's just really hard? Because you're trying to, especially at this level, you have to be so precise, and you're being so precise, and just a little bit of a miss kick.
Watch me triple down. Get that cool button ready. In 8th grade travel soccer, I made a corner.
Cool.
They can do it too.
Wait, you made it? Like, it went in the net?
Yeah, because the wind was blowing towards the goal, and I was on the left side as a righty, so you kind of play the little curve, put it out in the middle, and just kind of curved into the backside of the net.
Gotta be honest, that's
cool, cool.
No, that's an unsarcastic.
Cool.
Like I didn't know that was possible.
You can't play that button without it being sarcastic.
Yeah, no, that button's only for sarcasm.
Is there an unsarcastic?
This wasn't sarcastic, but it was it was sarcastic in the way that I'm saying that I'm just as good as those guys is what I was doing, which I'm not, and I know that. C-Katt, do you have something prepared for catastrophic?
Got a couple
Maybe
of
something
things.
new and different the audience hasn't heard?
Got a couple of things here for sure.
Oh, you've really sold the hell out of that one. We're going to find out if he's any good.
Work on C-Katt's teases.
Yeah. You know what? Re-tease.
Oh, I cannot wait to show the K&B fam what I have prepared for them, Gabe and Ben. If you're in the car, in your driveway, don't get out because you can't miss what's happening next.
Oh, you're dealing with Kyle and Brust
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
94 eastbound is backing up from about 76th Street all the way through to 35th. The westbound side's got delays from 35th to about Hawley Road. Southbound on the bypass, watch out. We've got delays basically from National Avenue down and around the Hale interchange all the way to about 76th Street. Right now we do have a crash on the ramp from 76th Street to 894 eastbound as well. So that's just adding to the complications. Eastbound 94, by the way, I did want to mention just about at Elm Grove Road, we have a crash. It is off on the right shoulder. I think the car might have ended up into the woods next to the roadway. So just be extra careful as you're driving around. Traffic brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts from single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit BadgerlandJunk.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. An extreme heat warning has been extended until 10 p.m. tomorrow for all of southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, chance of thunderstorms later on, breezy and humid, a low of 75. Tomorrow, early morning showers and storms, hot and humid, chance for evening thunderstorms, a high of 94 with a heat index of 100. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a better spot for your next team outing or client meeting? Welcome to Veer North, Milwaukee's upscale sports bar, designed for more than just game day. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Veer North, located on Milwaukee's east side, your go-to for catching the big game, happy hour, or your next group outing. This is more than your average sports bar. Elevated food, craft cocktails, and a modern atmosphere. Perfect for off-site meetings and entertaining clients. And when the game's on, you've got the best seat in the house. Veer North, Milwaukee's east side destination for business and game day alike.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat. Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. And beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from the wonderful, the beautiful Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook with the 2,000 square foot video wall in front of us. Yeah.
Seeing an ABS challenge on this size of screen, especially when it's one as close
It
as
doesn't,
just happened in the Blue
it doesn't
Jays
look
game.
like a strike.
No, but it like just barely the corner of the zone is touching the tip of the baseball. That was cool to see on a screen this size.
You can't get that at home, folks. You can't get that at home. You also can't get C-Katt with the worst tees in the world at home. You can get that right here on Kyle and Brust as we do Catastrophic with C-Katt now.
Barely keeping Kyle and Brust on the air.
You decided to marry her. You decided to put the baby inside of her.
I love the NFL.
And somehow still finding time to judge the world around him.
You poked the bear. I'll do you one better.
It's internet nonsense, personal life calamity, and everyday situations made awkward for absolutely no reason. With C-Katt, this is Catastrophic.
Gabe.
So
Ben.
the intro in itself, we got to talk about first. C-Kat, what did you think, Gabe?
I enjoyed this open. But I think
No,
it's also
lay it on to me.
playing to me as a Seinfeld fan. I like it. The clips in it are certainly jarring, but I think also represent you.
You put a baby in her.
But I was about to say, I think also represent the show accurately.
I just think it sets him up for high expectations to deliver, and I'm scared for him.
Oh, okay. This went in a different direction. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the positive reviews of the Open. We're going to start with my life earlier today, where I got an oil change done. This car shop, mechanic shop's got a mini fridge on the floor next to the counter. I had this appointment set up. I had a Groupon, got the discount. And there was bottled water in the fridge with little flavor packs on top that you use per water bottle. Had some tropical lemonade, picked that one up, picked the water up out of the fridge.
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
What time was this?
This was about 9:15 a.m.
Seems a little early for a sugary tropical lemonade water.
It probably had electrolytes. I didn't check the package.
I usually have, now the Mio doesn't have any calories, but usually when I wake up, I've got the
that's got a little
Hydrate
energy,
Mio.
right?
Yeah.
I'm just not a water guy.
Do that in the morning before I come in.
So I take the packet and I take the water and I sit on a 3-chair setup back to the glass wall that you enter the mechanic shop in. And I sit down in the leftmost chair. I put the water bottle between my legs, open up the flavor packet with my teeth, fill it up, shake up the water bottle, take a sip. Ah, delicious. Put the water bottle down on the ground to my left. Turn on Wildy and Tausch as I wait for my oil change to be done. 3 minutes go by. Pick up the water bottle. Drink it again. It tastes like water. And I immediately realize that I have committed a heinous act. I took the person to my right water bottle and drank from that. Someone, in the meantime, sat down on the rightmost chair, put their plain water bottle on the chair in the middle of us, and I took that water bottle. They already opened up. That's why I didn't feel any different in my hand. I was preoccupied with what I was listening to, and I drank from their water bottle. I realized mid-sip, because it didn't taste like tropical lemonade, and I jolt. I have a severe reaction to this. Put it down, and what do you think that I did next?
I mean, I think you have to apologize to the person and say, I'm so sorry I drank your water.
That's the only thing that's
the only thing you can do.
Yeah, what's going on?
I didn't do anything. They didn't realize it, and I left the water bottle in the middle seat of that chair, and then picked up my own water bottle, drank from that, acted like nothing ever happened.
We're learning a lot about you right now.
C-Kat, I can't believe I'm saying this, because, I mean, I don't know you that well, and you came highly recommended to ESPN Milwaukee. You're spoken highly of by Good Karma Wrestling host Brian Rowitz from down in West Palm. You're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. Yeah, there's no other conclusion I can draw than you're a bad guy. How can you not apologize and let that person know what you just did?
I brushed my teeth approximately 90 minutes beforehand.
Hang on. It's almost like you're kind of sociopathic.
I think it's more so anxiety-ridden. I didn't want to have that social interaction, so I live and let live in that situation. What they don't know won't hurt them.
Look, here's the thing.
I don't have hepatitis.
Nobody wants to have that social interaction, but it's
You got to take ownership of your actions.
Correct. It is like we're living in a society. Like there are rules to the society. I don't want to have that interaction with somebody if I mess up. But guess what? If you mess up, you got to own up to it and let that person know that you drank out of their water.
Says who?
I am incredibly disappointed.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because he set it up in a way where it was like I felt like I was there.
Yep.
And I felt like I could continue to follow along.
Yeah.
But then when he just said he sat there, I was like, something's wrong with this person.
I mean,
And this person being C-Katt.
Not to compare producers or anything, but our producer's putting out fires for neighbors.
Well, Josh has order anxiety.
He's putting out fires for neighbors. I got a feeling if C-Katt saw walking down the neighborhood a front porch on fire, he's just going to keep on walking. He's not calling 911. He's not putting out the fire. You know who does? Joshy.
I'm kind of with you based off what we know. C-Katt would be like, oh, hopefully that gets put out.
Yeah.
Just keeps on walking.
Gabe, you want to call me a bad guy for that situation earlier today? I want to point you in a different direction of somebody else who maybe bad guy would be exceptionally strong for this offense. But we go to Wimbledon, where the reigning Masters champion showed up. And, well, if you didn't know he was the reigning Masters champion, he made sure you did now, because Rory McIlroy wore his green jacket to Wimbledon. Is this a look-at-me move, or is this coming with the terms of when you win that tournament, you do whatever the hell you want with that jacket?
That's sick. It's objectively sick. That is awesome. Look at how great he looks. He's got the green tie, the khaki pants. Look, you win, especially when you're Rory, and you waited so long to win that tournament, and now you've won it back-to-back years. Like, you do it. I'm not a fan of Sergio Garcia. I think Sergio's a petulant child a lot. Sergio got married in that thing when
that's right.
He won the green jacket, and he should. That is the most prestigious golf tournament in the world, and you only get to wear that jacket outside of the grounds as the reigning champion. You have to return that, and you can only wear it on the grounds at Augusta unless you are the reigning champion of the tournament. So as the reigning champ, he gets certain privileges with that jacket. So going to Wimbledon, whose colors, again, everybody's wearing white, but you've got the green grass of Wimbledon. It fits in perfectly. He's a huge tennis guy. For him and his wife to show up and him wearing the green jacket, that's it. And I think that appeals to so many average golf fans, because every average golf fan knows if they ever won the Masters, they would wear that thing every day of their damn life.
So I said it was a douche move. Because everything you said is true.
Yeah.
It's a douche move. But it's a douche move you can get away with. I want to hate it so much.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I can be douchey. I've never put on my Final Four ring for anything. I've never worn it to an event back in Madison. I just feel like you got to reach a certain age to be the guy to put on a ring. And I want to get some some.
How big is the Final Four ring?
It's big. I mean, we won 30-plus games.
Yeah.
Final Four. So
Yeah, I'm not suggesting it should be small by any stretch. I'm not saying
Dave, it's big.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's big. It's big.
I just imagine coming from a university, it's not going to be as big as some of these Super Bowl rings or the Bucks championship ring that we saw.
Not even close.
But what's great about the green jacket is it's just an article of clothing that's it's green, but a lot of people are wearing sport coats to Wimbledon because it's, again, a higher class event. I think it's tougher to wear championship rings because they stick out so much. You would probably be, if it's big enough and you were wearing it as we were here.
And it's on your right ring finger.
Yeah, you're not used
hands.
to it. Yeah, and then you're banging it against the table. It can be cumbersome. Not that I know because I don't have a championship ring. I'm just assuming.
I'm assuming too because I've never worn it out, so I don't know. My point is as someone who's scared to be that douchey guy who already has douche tendencies. I love this. I love it. It takes a douche to know a douche, but that douche wore it.
I kind of wish now that they would have given you guys red jackets with the Final Four, the Final Four logo the year you guys had it.
No,
you could wear that places.
No, you can't. You can't. It's not a national championship.
That's fair.
I'm thinking
the national championship. Then you can walk around. Then you can walk around like you're the king.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
if it was a national championship, you could get away with it.
The CBS broadcast
I
team,
overstretched.
They have the CBS logo on the coat pocket, and instead it's the Final Four.
Yeah.
I think you're up there.
I think it's a great idea in general, just
for a championship. Yeah, I agree. It's got to be the championship. I agree.
Rather, you get the W looks like a high school jacket. What are those called?
Letterman?
Yeah, the Letterman jackets. Everyone gets a Letterman jacket, but does everyone get a suit with a logo of something you did that lives in history? No. So that's why I like your idea for a national championship football team.
Yeah.
Like the Orange Bowl, all the executives wear orange jackets. If the Orange Bowl, they rotate the names of the games for the national championship now, right?
Yeah.
If the Orange Bowl was the national championship game, they should get orange jackets. Embroidered with their name.
That'd be sick.
In the patch.
That'd be sick.
Homer. Is he there, C-Katt?
Yeah, he's here.
He's next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
But then when you whoa, so you watch
off now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Freddie Coleman.
I think any decision needs to be made sooner than later, whether you're going to keep him or not going to keep him. In terms of trading him this place, that place, the other place, sure, absolutely. But if you're really serious about keeping Jaylen Brown, then you just got to decide, look, we're not trading him, and then that's when the sit-down has to happen. Before that extension can be signed on July 26th, which is going to get $71.9 million per year each of the 2 years added to the contract that he already has, which still has $200+ million to go with 3 years left in that contract. That's what I'm saying in terms of my Freddie sense keeps telling me this ain't happening, meaning a Jaylen Brown trade, a Jaylen Brown deal. Boston doesn't want to trade him, but they're forced into that corner. Well, they don't want to give that kind of power to a player to give him what he wants when they still believe in that player.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but
I wish I was Brett Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. He dumps it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer.
Some chaos right now at Potawatomi Sportsbook as Belgium and Senegal are in the 91st minute. And it's tied 2-2. Belgium scored 2 goals.
It was 2-0.
Yeah, they scored 2 goals
Holy
within the
smokes.
last 6
like 3 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. It was very quick. And that Discount Liquor soccer update is brought to you by Discount Liquor, which you'll have the Discount Liquor Twitter poll from Homer later on the Homer Hour. Go to Milwaukee and Waukesha.
Yeah, you get one
for all
win.
your tailgating
A
party
Miz
needs.
win or the U.S. tonight. Which are you picking?
Miz.
Like, when you say Miz win,
Yeah,
like
tomorrow
him
afternoon.
and like the Brewers could win and the Miz not get the win in the win column.
Correct.
Oh
So-
man, I love you at great question.
No, it's
I
pretty
didn't
easy.
hesitate.
I would have taken about as long as I was going to say, which win would you rather have tonight, Brewers or soccer? But that would irritate people.
I had said if you were locked in a room and you could only watch the Brewers or the USA soccer game, which would you watch?
If Miz isn't pitching, I'll probably watch the soccer because the baseball's 1 out of 162. But that doesn't mean I might even consider. If Gabe talked to me a while, I'd probably want a Brewer win because that one game could make the difference in terms of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially because they're in a tight race. I don't care if they finish with the 1 or the 2 seed. I just want to avoid the 3-game wild card round.
So, Homer, I think what would happen is Gabe would talk you into it, but then I would have to text Brian Bulaga and say, Gabe talked him into watching one of 162. Can you talk him into watching the USA soccer
He wouldn't
game?
waste the
And then
time. There's no way. There's no way to embarrass somebody about soccer. I mean, let's look at it this way: whatever country we're playing, Freddie Herzegovina or I don't know, we should never lose to them in any sport. Zero. Never.
Wait,
ever.
wait.
Pick
Wait,
any
wait, wait.
sport you want. Herzegovina. You know, no one
Bosnia?
even. Bosnia Herzegovina. Yes. Come on. We should never lose to them in anything, especially if it's a team sport. Now, you might have an individual. You could have some from
Like
amazing,
a tennis player?
or golfer or something like that. It's still very unlikely. But team, the U.S. losing to them? No.
No. What's their name?
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Now, I agree with you, but it's still. We've seen chaos. We've seen chaos in this round of 32. Germany's
First of
out.
all,
you
no,
want to get
no,
rid of
you
the round of
can't.
32 because
now they
of
may
that.
have to change it. Now again, like Mexico's the first one in an elimination round. This is made up. There's never been a best of 32 elimination round. They made this up to create more interest.
Okay, so why do they have
if
to get rid of it?
U.S.
'Cause I think
wins,
it's
if
working.
U.S. wins this game and loses the next one, it'll be exactly the same as every World Cup other than one where they got to the Elite Eight.
I agree with you, Homer, and that's why I think there's so much pressure tonight because this team's
Has ever felt
expectations
pressure? Ever felt pressure when the Admirals were playing? Come on.
Yeah, I know, but then if this is a made-up round, they can't lose because they're supposed to be
they
better than all
can.
these other teams.
No, what? This is the Olympics. We have to figure out what sport this is. This is curling. You know, you could lose to, who could you lose to in curling? Bosnia Herzegovina? I don't think so. But there are other countries.
Sweden,
yeah. I mean, Sweden
Finland.
could beat us in something in team sports, and people are excited about it. Yeah, I get it, and you know, maybe the U.S. is going to get better in soccer. It seems like they are, but this is a made-up round to create interest, and it's worked.
Well, but that's
last one.
But that's
for you,
the
Homer.
same as every other sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every other sport continues to add to their
Expanding
playoffs.
college football playoff,
Correct.
expanding
Yes.
NCAA tournament. Now, Homer, let me ask you this:
They haven't
If the
gone as
Miz-
far as
if-
this, where games really don't mean anything. Like you have a group of 4 and you have to finish third or fourth to move on. I don't think we have that equal anywhere. Maybe the NCAA tournament, those smaller schools have to do better to get in. Go ahead.
If the Miz was pitching a regular season game but U.S. Soccer was in the World
Yeah.
Cup final, and you could only watch one, which would
Right.
you choose?
If The Miz is going to breakfast and I can be there with him, he's going to win. Come on.
It's a great answer.
Freak!
Again, I thought it was a good try.
No, it was a great try. But with Homer, as is with me, Miz is going to win.
Yes.
There it is. Homer Hour. Mr. Miz up next.
Accident on 894 southbound. Technically,